All right, we live? Jody, we live? We're live. Everybody, we're live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show, everybody. We appreciate you being here today for this live event, special live event. We've got David Souza in the studio. Thank you, brother, for being here. Boomer Amaral, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we got Jody behind the boards today. Yeah. And we got Haley Paradise. She's on the troll board today for us. Right? So excited to have everybody here today.
12 days.
We really appreciate it.
That'd be great.
For real, right? So, yeah, right. Well, the purpose of today's show was honestly, I thought it was time to ring the alarm, right? So I was out of the country for a couple of days. And of course, it was amazing, dude. We can talk about that after. So I was out of the country. I come back and it's like all hell breaks loose, right? I find out that, one of my good friends is in the hospital fighting for his life. Right, I realized that there's all these lawsuits flying all over the place. Yeah. Like it's an absolute insanity. And then to realize that I was in a really peaceful place. Right, I was in a peaceful place where actual elections were taking place. And when these elections took place, I shared the video. If anybody was following, what's that? You got that, buddy? If anybody was following, somebody's calling in already. They can wait. Yeah, they can wait.
Yeah, I think I'm so sorry. Give us a minute. Give us a minute.
Excited, but hold on.
So these people were like, these are all like villages, right? I was in the Azores, and these are all villages, and they have representatives for each of these villages, right? Yeah. So they had the votes, and it's two people, it's two guys, and they get the one sign up, and they're going out and they're shaking hands, and I met both of these gentlemen, and there was no hard feelings. It wasn't dirty, it wasn't ugly. It was about the community and supporting the community, and whoever won when it was over. People celebrated. They were in the streets. They were dancing, singing songs, including the guy that lost. So it's almost you say to yourself like, this is how life could be, right? So I think we interject a lot of this pollution, right, that's around it, and realizing that people will always try to hide the bad with this fake goodness, right? Like they push it up front, and like I'm getting somewhere with this, and it's like numbers and papers, and they almost like they sabotage you, like they hypnotize you with all these numbers, right? But the truth is none of it makes any sense, and so you end up in a situation now where 6 years later we're looking back, going, "Wow, where are we here?" Right? Like I think my biggest complaint is I can't even drive down the street. Right? Yeah. Right? Like that's the simple one. And meanwhile, kids are being abused in school. Right? Where's the safest place to send your kid?
Well, you would think.
Right? I mean, like I had this conversation with my mom on the plane.
Not these schools. Not anymore.
Yeah. And my mom's like, well, she's like, I always knew that if I sent you to, you can mute that, bro, so we don't have to hear it. You know what I mean? Sorry, bro. He's new. I won't. All right. Thanks, buddy. The Bluetooth?
Well, we can probably hear it through here, but they can't hear it. So we have to hear it, yeah.
Are you sure about that?
That's his story, and he's sticking to it.
Yeah, all right. Well, who's calling? Do you know who's calling? Yeah, she's gonna have to wait a minute. Like we're getting started here, right? So
is Carol?
Yeah, guys, give us like 10,
I know,
15
right? Like
minutes.
it's like a new toy.
Yeah,
it's
let's
like a new toy.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Christmas. I can't wait to open it.
But
anyway,
Viola on that Carol name?
yeah, seriously, right? And so, if anybody was listening today, I kind of had a little mental breakdown this morning, and it was just it's absolute frustration, right? It literally,
is that what you call it?
It's definitely way out of Bobby's realm, right? Like Bobby doesn't talk that way, so somebody really pissed in his Cheerios.
And it really is like, and it comes down to I love the city. Yeah. And when I say I love the city, it's easy to say that. But when I say I love the city, I'm the guy that's putting on his sneakers and in my rucksack, and I'm walking the city because I love walking in the city. Yeah. So the idea now that I can't walk in the city, that I have to be afraid that somebody's going to come up behind me and stab me in the neck and leave me for dead, like that's unacceptable.
That's wild.
That's unbelievable, dude.
That is so wild.
Right? Like when you really break that down, and then to have the people in charge be like, well, it's just it is what it is. This person has mental health problems. Look, you know what? Frankly, I don't. My friend is in the hospital fighting for his life. I don't give a shit about this guy's mental health problems. To be quite frank with you,
I agree.
I don't give a shit. Fire up the wood chip, but drop him in, because if this guy's a danger to everybody around him, then what's the point? What's the point?
Today, 20 times? Apparently, he's been arrested about 20 times.
Yeah, I have it.
I think it was like 18.
18
or something.
Yeah, violent, and all violent,
assault and batteries, dangerous weapons, hitting police officers. Like more. I mean, he's probably got 12 more charges just based on the arrest alone.
What do you do? Where do you send someone like this?
Yeah.
You need to start working with a stronger DA, a DA that's actually going to hold people accountable and create. Go to the sheriff. He got elected on all this. He's going to be tough on crime and make sure everybody's good, right? Instead, he's just letting these people out.
Yeah,
these people are just coming through. So you got a weak DA, you got a weak sheriff. What are we doing here?
Yeah,
criminals run the streets. Criminals run City Hall. The good people have no place to be.
So there's no difference.
There's no difference. Except one's violent and the other one's just
Pretends
smart,
to be.
just smart to do it.
Dude,
Pretends to be.
if this was any of us in this room, we would be in prison
Forever.
We would be in jail.
100%.
So my
After the
question
first
is,
two offenses.
that's what I'm saying. So how does this happen? How are we here? That's my question.
The system failed him.
There it is.
The system
How many
failed
times?
us
Right?
and him.
Right.
So
And
I do agree. Mental health is definitely the issue,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But the system failed him as much as it failed everyone else.
Yeah.
And
Get on
more
that mic, Boomer.
importantly,
Get on
more
that mic.
importantly, Will.
There he is. Get on
Sorry.
that. Get on
I
that.
know,
Pull
I
that thing nice
gotta
and closer,
talk
bro.
easy.
Bring it to you.
Get ugly.
I'm just a
personal with it.
soft-spoken
Like,
guy.
get in
you
there.
know?
I know,
Like, get in there.
I'm practicing for my next job, so
There
when
it
I
is.
don't get elected, you know what I
Nice.
mean? Like I've got to get on that phone and do all these phone sales and stuff. So.
Yeah. Listen, I'll say this because I know we're just kind of getting started here,
Yeah,
but I'll say that Boomer, I've noticed a change in you, bro. I've seen it. I've seen the evolution of Boomer from when you started this endeavor. Like right from the beginning, I didn't know Boomer. Like I don't know Boomer. We
Nobody
met.
did.
We met like on the first time you came on the show, and we've spoken in between, and
Yep.
and now I've seen this evolution and this maturity that you've gone through, man. Where I think at first it's always that I think we're emotional, right? And I'm a very emotional person, bro. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so it's easy for me to be like, don't do that, right?
You
Like,
didn't see my
and
anger
I
the
think-
whole debate.
Well, I
held it in well, is that what you're saying?
You held it in well, bro. And I happen to know your facial expressions, and I'm saying to myself, I will say this, and this is in truth and honesty, bro. I would have liked to seen less of the facial expressions, like but the truth is, dude, I can also appreciate the passion that you have for the city, bro.
Problem is, I was trying to keep my mouth closed, right? Because I knew I was going to call it out for what it was. Like I know he's lying, right? He goes on there. That's what he does. He goes on anytime there's a camera. Either he says something stupid, like it's exaggerated, or he's just the vice principal. But when it's controlled environment like this, if he was in here, he'd be all types of confident, right? Because nobody's watching. Nobody can
call in if he wants.
Nobody can see him flipping through his papers.
Yeah.
Nobody can see him looking for his phone for his answers from somebody, right? You look at the last question that you'll see me. You can see me on the screen at the same time. Yeah. I'm telling my daughter he can't find his answers, and he's shuffling through and he's looking. He had no answer, so he had to just make something up, and it took him 30 seconds of just silence.
And your point is what? That he should automatically know that off the top of his head. He should.
You've been the mayor for 6 years. I sat there with nothing. I sit here with nothing. Look, I don't show up with anything, right? No. I didn't bring a whole packet of notes and my whole great big book of everything, right? No Doc McStuffins here. We're good. He shows up. He's got everything handed to him, right? Before the question's even asked, he's already open to the right page based on who's answering what. I get it. I don't care who you are, but you've been there for 6 years. Yeah. You don't know the answers? But then the answers you think you know, you made up. And we've already proved some of those wrong just yesterday and today alone, right? His crime numbers are false. First of all, how do you have the crime numbers if the chief hasn't released them yet? They're supposed to be released around April, May every year. Yeah. Pull it up. Try to find it.
They pick and choose.
Try to find it. It's not up. You know why it's not up?
Is he just using maybe a past number or something?
No.
Or
He said the new numbers all say that murders are down. And this is what new numbers? Because your chief hasn't posted them yet. You know why? Because they're being told not to before the election.
Sure.
Just like they're being told not to put things on the agenda before the election. Because everything is bad. We know that.
Yeah.
And when we get into it, you're going to find out. You're going to see there's more stuff coming out. And it's not that you want to just keep hitting it with the negative, but I mean every day somebody's either going to the hospital, somebody's dead, somebody's finding bodies, somebody's being assaulted, somebody's covering it up. How much more do you need? It's almost like every other day at minimum. Something terrible is going on in the city, and this man is like, it's just being exaggerated. No.
Do you think it's an accumulation? Do you think it's finally like breaking? Like
I think people
you can shovel it back so long, and at some point it just breaks.
I think the dam is breaking.
Right, the dam is breaking.
But I
at
think
this
people are finally seeing that somebody's not afraid of them anymore. Somebody's speaking up and somebody's saying the names that are taboo.
Well,
right?
obviously, because they're attacking you personally. They're going after
Of course, they're going to attack you personally, right? Him and his fake
I love
accounts.
He's like, I would never share anything that wasn't public information. I'm like, come on, bro. You
shared reports that were late.
Yeah,
money's there.
man.
Money's accounted for, right?
Bad.
There's no issues with money, right?
Yeah, don't say
the
it if it
reports are
ain't
late.
true,
And,
man.
okay,
Yeah.
and we shared it, right? So my accountant, my treasurer, shared it today. There's no red marks. OCPF said they can't write the letter, but nope, there's nothing here. Everything is correct. I don't know what he's talking about or where he got any of this stuff from. There's nothing in 24, nothing in 25. He makes it up. He just writes things on a paper, and they think if I sat here right now, I could sit here. Hey, Jody, I got all this, and look at this, and look, I got it right here. I got it right here.
Yeah.
And are you going to see it? Are the people going to see it?
Yeah.
He makes it up. So as long as he says it for his sound bites for WSAR to play later, he thinks he's got it made. He's used to people not standing up and not listening because all they're going to hear is those sound bites.
Right.
I'm not that guy. I will go live on everywhere to make sure that I defend my name, especially my sister's
and this
name.
is a complete rebuttal to, like you said, that you couldn't manage it was OSP. You couldn't manage.
No, how am I going to manage a budget if I can't manage my OCPF?
Yes,
First of all, my OCPF is managed by someone else for a reason. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Just like his budget is managed. Like I said, if you watch it, I asked him. So who does your budget? The accountants. So why am I going to do my budget if you don't do your budget? Like, you think the accountants aren't going to do my budget?
Right.
Like, of course they are. Do I have a say in it? Do I have to organize it? Of course I do. Do I have to meet with the department heads and go through everything and understand it?
You can see the choice of
course
words
I do.
that were used. In
Exactly. He talks to people like we're dumb.
Yeah.
He talks down to us like we're dumb. Like he's talking to kids in school still, right? And he's used to that. And he's used to them cowering down to it.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that one. What's the worst that can happen? People fall for it, and then they pay more in taxes, more in water, more in costs, and more in fees, and more in lawsuits, and they leave you with the bill. That's on you guys.
I fear the bottom feeders. Like that's my biggest fear.
But
you know what I mean?
But who's
I met two of them, and it's funny because I happened to be talking to Boomer one night here, and one of those bottom feeders walked in and sat down and had a conversation with you. Yeah. And again, I'm only calling them bottom feeders only because that was this person referred to himself as a bottom feeder. I'm coining the term.
Gotcha.
But it's the people that are just fine because their contracts are contingent upon the person that is in that mayoral seat. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Like the person sitting in that seat determines these contracts. So they're concerned.
You mean when they get a police union thing on the debate night? How convenient. I need something positive because people just died and people just got assaulted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
You think I care what your union president said that doesn't work and doesn't do police work? You think I care? I don't. I care about the officers that are out there doing their job every day that brought this man to justice right away to help keep the city safe.
What's your sense with
Those
the police?
are the officers
You've been
I care
talking
about.
to the police officers. What's your sense? What are you getting from them?
Same thing. Same thing you get from everybody
Are
else.
they afraid? Are they afraid?
They are absolutely afraid.
It's so weird, dude. I see
absolutely
it. They're
afraid.
like afraid.
They are absolutely afraid.
Yeah.
There are people
Well,
that are
there's been
afraid
so
to
many
stand up.
issues.
You know what?
You can't stand up to the regime. You
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
It's like standing up to Saddam Hussein, right? You just can't do it. Or Kim Jong. You can't do it.
Is it the
what
whole?
it is.
When I was at that
They're
blue mass,
petrified.
I was at the blue mass, right? And it's the hugging. It's everybody's hugging.
It's all a show.
So it's like Fiola,
The whole thing's a show.
and they're hugging each other, and I'm like, is that appropriate? Like, should you guys be hugging each other? Like, and I'm not saying that. I'm not, and don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm not saying sexually. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
What I'm saying is in a professional manner, in that realm.
Yeah.
Is that hugging? Is that appropriate? Like, you're my employee. I am your boss.
Look
like,
at every post. Look at every post.
Right.
They mention everybody, all of their names, because they're all up for election this
Yes,
year and next year,
yes,
right?
yeah.
This person's here. This person's here. This person.
Yeah.
Where were you last year? Where were you last year when it wasn't election year?
Technically, Phil is not her.
You know what's funny?
It's not.
It's
his
her
boss.
rep.
It's not his.
It's
But
her- yeah,
but
it's state
it's
rep.
not his boss though.
Her boss.
But
His team,
boss,
right?
yeah.
You know what
his
it's like?
team, remember?
Yeah, you know what it's like?
Yeah.
It's like when the cookies are missing from the cookie jar and the kid's like, I wasn't me. I didn't take the cookies out of the cookie
But you
jar.
knew about it.
That's what it is. That's what you get. That's what I get from them. And when you see them together, you can see that dynamic. You know, I'm not saying like I'm a fan of people getting along. Like I mentioned this. We had a couple of interviews where I'm kind of like, "Well, you didn't talk to them." Like that's weird. You don't talk to the mayor. Like how do you do your job and not talk to the mayor? So I'm glad that but this is next level stuff. This is like part of the group. This is the gang. You're part of the inner circle, right? The circle, and it's very
You're either in or you're not.
It's very off-putting to me, dude. It's very
in or
off-putting
you're
to
not,
me.
for
It is.
sure.
It is. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. You know what I mean?
Well, listen. You know me. I always try to play not the middle in a sense, but like see both sides.
Devil's advocate.
Maybe the devil's advocate. Yeah. If I'm in that space, let's say I'm the mayor, right, and I meet a state rep. If she's a female, I think the only way that most people greet is the exchange of a hug and like whatever.
How about shaking hands?
You could shake a hand,
Dude, if I walked up to Cara Fiola and hugged her,
if you look
I'd get arrested for sexual harassment, dude.
that's up to her.
Dude, the way
Why would
she
you put that
reacted
in
to
her
me,
hands?
dude, I know I'm not white, but the way she reacted to me, dude, like she thought I was gonna steal her wallet. Like that's how I'm like Representative Fiola, I'm Bobby Couto. She's like, oh, hi. Like, relax, lady, relax.
I don't think it has anything to do with you. I just think that's just the person who she's become. Listen, at the end of the day, a lot of these state reps, whatever, even just
are what shady? Yes.
No, not shady. It's a character that they're playing.
What character?
Whatever.
I'm afraid of you.
Whatever it needs to get done. Listen, think about it. They're all like this. They're all
The timid,
Yeah.
soft-spoken, those. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know damn well that's not how you are.
It's bullshit.
We know that.
It's all bullshit.
It is.
It's all
a
bullshit.
Facade. It's a facade.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've been groomed to think that these people are for us. We've been groomed to think that they have our best interest. And look around.
I think
best interest is not there. It's not for you.
No.
Your cost of living, your crime, all of it. It just adds up and adds up and adds up, and they just keep hiding it. Do you want to know? You want to know something else?
What?
You guys are gonna be the first ones. You ready?
All right, here we go.
Oh, whoa.
Do we have some breaking news sounds over there?
Yeah,
I can't tell you the details yet because that'll come out next week. Do you know that there's another 6-figure lawsuit coming from, guess who? School department.
Seriously.
Who knew, right? Who knew
wait,
that Mr. Coogan's handpicked and Dr. Curley's handpicked people in the admin office, all these 6-figure jobs.
Yeah.
Who knew that they were going to cost us another few $1 million?
All right, so let's talk about this real quick. So the first lawsuit, can we talk about that?
You can talk about whatever you like. Just can't talk about this one because it's not published yet.
So
That's fine.
let's talk. Can we talk a little bit about the details? This current one is now for what, like $10 million?
$10
million. And the accusations are such as so I had a post, I put it out there.
Yep.
Some of the rebuttal in that post were something along the lines that they were having threesomes, that there was drugs.
Who?
Oh, there's definitely drugs,
Bro.
yeah.
That there were invitations of threesomes, that they were having sex in the office, that there were drugs, cocaine.
Bro.
Dude.
Conspiracy, bro.
Two security employees overdosed.
Dude.
They didn't overdose in school property, so it doesn't matter though.
You hear about this shit.
It's a lawsuit.
Just keep
It's an actual lawsuit.
Yeah. The sexual harassment.
Dude.
Oh yeah, all of it.
What if I told you this is a common thing? This happens all the time.
It does.
At school?
Yes.
People are speaking up because they're not afraid anymore.
Bro, it's always happened.
Do you know? I was in school for a long time.
Think about it.
I did like 13 years of.
It doesn't happen to everybody. It doesn't happen to everybody.
Yeah. Should I feel bad about that? Like,
No.
Am I not good looking enough?
What I'm
what's
saying,
going on
what
here?
I'm saying is,
Oh, I'm feeling a little self-conscious.
no, what I'm saying is, I think there's a target. We're not targets, right?
So you're saying we should expect this?
What's that? Say that again.
Are you saying we should expect this? Is that what you're saying?
I think not to accept it, but to say
No, not accept it. Not accept it.
I just think to this extent and all the time.
Not expect it. No,
too much.
No, it's too much. But I'm saying it happens more than you think. I think we're oblivious to the whole fucking thing.
No, it gets covered up more.
It gets
That's
covered.
the problem.
I think it happens often, and
I think it
also
happens
gets
often.
covered up.
It just gets covered up.
Dude,
I don't
think
believe it
about
doesn't. I don't believe it's sporadic and just one-offs. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I agree. I totally agree.
I just believe that the people that are brave enough to finally come out.
Correct.
That's the one-off.
We only know what we know based on the ones that come forward.
Correct.
What about the ones that don't ever come forward?
The ones that can afford to come forward,
Correct.
can afford the attorneys, can afford
Think
to
about
be threatened and losing their jobs and things like that.
We should abolish the public school system. It shouldn't exist.
We should actually do actual background checks on everybody.
Man. Right?
We should absolutely
100%.
fingerprint every single person every year,
Yes.
not just once when they get hired in 10 years from now. Every year.
Yes. If you drive a tractor trailer truck, you get
Every
your DOT.
year.
You have to do your DOT.
Recertified.
You have to recertify
Absolutely.
it with DOT. Why wouldn't you do that with children?
I know people that were covered up in the school
Right.
system that they got all kinds of charges. 51A shouldn't be around
True,
kids.
dude.
Shouldn't be
They're all
around
from
people.
the school, right? Oh, this guy's a janitor. They found child pornography in his computer. This guy's like, it's always like that, dude.
Always something.
Always like
it's
that.
always something.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the institutions that we have faith in that are going to give us
Portuguese.
Right? Not the Portuguese.
No, Samal. He's got the Samal over there. Yeah.
But like school,
context.
right? You think of the police department. We leave all these things, and unfortunately, things do happen. But when you think about like stuff like this, unfortunately, in the school system, it happens often.
Yeah.
It happens often.
It does.
Yeah, you got kids in there right now, so you're dealing with it
happens
like
often.
full blast right now.
Yeah. And my kids are told you are not locking up your phones for any reason. You will be able to reach
did
for
they
help
did
at
they
any
make a rule?
given
Is there
time.
a rule? Is there a rule? Is there a rule?
I don't care about that.
Oh yeah,
their rules protect them.
They have
There are rules against not touching children too. There are laws against it actually.
Oh, so
but,
you're
but
saying
they have no problem
all right,
breaking
hold
them,
on,
right?
So just so I understand, you're saying they don't want the kids to have phones so they can't document the wrongdoing that's taking place,
That's
as
all
opposed
this
to.
is. You think it's about education?
That's what I.
Most of these teachers are telling you, "Oh, take pictures of the notes, take this, do that."
Yeah.
The kids have been living on their phones to do the homework all the time. Now all of a sudden it's, "Oh, we need to lock up their phones so we can educate them." You're ranked 320 out of 356. It's not about education.
Mom.
You spent $300 million in the education system. All you did was hire more pedophiles. Wow. All you did was hire more people to cover things up.
Hey, who do pedophiles hire?
Pedophiles. Groomers hire groomers.
Listen,
Right?
And guess what?
Right.
They're all connected,
if
right?
you follow, listen,
Right, dude.
There's always
nuts,
breadcrumbs.
dude. That's
It's always
nuts.
breadcrumbs. You just gotta follow them.
Nuts.
You will find things.
I mean, if I was going to cover up sexual assaults and protect people,
that just came to me. Like
I would hire my friends and
happens
family
more
that
than
were the same type, right? That's what I would do if I was going to cover it up. I'd put people and
yeah,
make sure people got elected into
you want
positions
your
to
own
cover
to have
themselves
just
up.
as much to lose as I do.
So
right?
let's just say, for instance, there's a principal, and he's related to a school committee member, and she's best friends with a school committee member who's in a band with this principal, who's now working together with this school committee member, who's now cousins with this person who's committing sexual assault in the school system. When you go to that principal to try to find out the information, you think he's going to give it to you? You think he's going to cover for him? You think he's going to call and make the calls ahead of time and say, "What do I do?"
When I was
Those
in
calls
high
have
school,
happened, and guess what? The records are coming out.
I'm not going to say what,
and we're going to know exactly who it is.
I'm not going to say what school I went to, but in high school,
That's a good plan.
The high school that I went to, there were a lot of rumors of students and like
teachers,
staff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was quite a bit. It's quite a bit, and it was almost like a flex for some of them. It's bizarre.
Was it more like guys to girls or girls to guys? Would you say it was like male teachers to female students, or
I can't give too much. That's
no,
too much.
or more female?
That's a big piece of the pie.
Or more
you can only get a
female?
little bit.
No, that matters. That matters. That matters. That matters. Which one? Which one was it? What would you say?
I would say
50-50.
No. Let's just say it was in the teacher's benefit.
All right, so more males to females. It was more male teachers to female students.
Reverse.
So females to males. I can
crazy.
see that.
It's crazy.
See that. I see that.
Yeah.
Because of that male.
Bingo.
Yeah, that persona,
sense
right?
of power.
Right. Yeah. Like he's a college guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope. I'm gonna go with he's not. He's a high school student. Sorry, it's wrong.
Bro.
It's wrong.
I'm gonna leave it at
I mean,
that.
teachers having affairs and doing that stuff.
happens,
Like,
happens.
listen, I don't
Yeah.
care.
I'm
You're
buying a wood
adults.
chip,
That's
bro.
on you.
You know what doesn't get me? All right. You go to school, and then at some point through your school process, you're like, oh, wow, I really like to do this. I want to teach kids. I want to shape their minds. And then you go to college, and you become certified, and you get the degrees to be a teacher. And then you become a teacher, and then you become a diddler. Like, I don't get the process.
I'm
I don't get it.
I'm gonna go with that stuff doesn't just happen.
Right? I don't get it.
That stuff doesn't
Right?
just happen, right? These teachers that are doing this don't just start doing this in their 30s and 40s and 60s, right? Some of these teachers, look at the guy. He was 70-something years old.
Right.
He didn't just start doing this.
Sure.
But he's friends with who?
To your point,
He's
if
friends
there's
with
no
the
money,
same
like,
people.
he's
Exactly.
probably done this 10 times,
Of course,
right?
but it's been covered up for so long,
Yeah.
nothing's ever happened to him. So how do you figure it out, right? How do you find him? Because they just look what we do. If
You
we
asked the question.
look what our city does. We cover it all up and we send them to different school departments. Not our problem anymore. Then they're doing it somewhere else. This guy's driving to Brockton to go meet people.
Like, why would anybody cover that up? Right? That's the way I think. Why would anybody?
You wouldn't cover it up unless you're guilty of it yourself.
Want to take a call? You got any calls coming in, Joe?
Absolutely. We got
No
plenty
call?
of
All right,
them.
we'll tell audience.
Whoever
can
got
call in.
hung
Anybody
up
wants to
on
call
can
in?
call in, can call
Yeah,
back.
if they want to call back and they want to get on this
It was
topic before we
actually
move on.
quite
I
nice.
don't
I
wanna move
also
on
want to
yet till we
thank.
have
I want to
somebody's-
thank our fans and our guests that are here.
Yeah.
Because I did write something. I did write, guys. Listen, give us a few minutes.
Yeah.
Please settle in.
Yeah,
and
right.
then you can call. So feel free to call. The numbers in there.
Well, thank you.
I posted it. So
Yeah. Haley.
Yep, there we go.
There
There we go.
call
We got
there?
our first phone
All right,
call.
well, let's make it happen. Let's go.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Everyone
No, that's not coming.
You got a bad connection over there,
Bad
buddy.
connection, bud.
No, that's not
Yeah.
coming.
Listen, you can't call in on a burner phone.
Call us back. Call us back. Yeah, move around the house a little bit.
He's like, duh, duh.
I can't hear.
Is that
anything.
duh over there?
That's all you hear.
That's all we heard. We apologize. That's all we heard.
Duh. That's hilarious. That's so funny.
That's when you call in WSAR. That's the different sound.
Dude, speaking of that, them people make me nuts, dude. They make
They
me
are
nuts.
nuts.
They make me nuts.
They are nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how can you be that deranged to not let the people decide for the whole city? First of all, you're not even from this city. That's one.
Who's
You're not
this?
even in the city.
Who?
WSAR.
WSAR.
You're
They're
not
over
even
the-
in this
yeah, they're over
city.
the
What
bridge.
city
Why
are
are
they
you
in?
interfering
What city?
with
Somerset.
Fall Rivers elections unless you have something to gain from it? That's the bottom line. Everybody that's fighting, creating all these fake accounts, doing all this stuff, you are what's wrong with this city.
Why wouldn't they want you on their show? right? Because your ratings, but your ratings though. But your ratings, people, you're the unknown. People know Coogan, right? People know 6 years of Coogan. People don't know Boomer. So
but
if
that's
I had
exactly
an opportunity,
what they need to make sure that they keep 8 years of Coogan. They don't want to know Boomer. Because now if they lose a quarter of those people,
they take a lot of money.
Think about it. They lose a quarter of those people. He loses an election. They know that.
Yep.
They know that. They don't want new voters. They don't want people finding out the truth. They don't want people knowing about the corruption, the scandals, the money, his family and friends and lawsuits. They don't want to know about the dead bodies and the crime that's actually happening. They don't want to know that stuff. They don't want the people to know that stuff because it all happened under who?
Yeah.
Crime's always been there.
But you know what, though? Yeah, but bro, it's so obvious. That's the part that gets me.
It's happened under the Fiola.
Yeah, it's so obvious though. Like it's one thing to do it like behind the scenes. Hey, don't let anybody know you're not taking the calls. But they're like out there with it.
You can see them on video doing it.
Hurricane
they
actually tells Jordan, hey, they told me I can't talk to you.
Oh, listen,
I can't talk to you.
He will never go against the Karams. He can't. They kept him out of prison.
Yeah, but he's paying for the time.
It doesn't matter.
Dude, it's not even like he's good enough to have his own show.
It's not like Karam needs his money.
Right, but it's not. He can't even have his own show. He has to pay for his time there. Like Hurricane, he pays. He pays
they
for
all do.
They pay for their time there. It's not even like the station's going, hey, you guys are good, and we're going to put you on the salary and give you a contract. It's no, listen, we have airtime. But yet, so my point in saying that is that you're buying the airtime, but yet they're telling you, they're dictating to you who you can have on your show. If I was paying whatever the amount of money is to be in that studio, go fuck yourself. I'm going to have whoever I want. I'm going to talk about whatever I want on my show. It's just that simple. Excuse my language, but that's frankly the way it is. That's just the way it is. But they don't see that, right? And so they become like this anti like news situation, right? Where you become so obvious that nobody's paying attention to you anymore. Like you're a joke. You're an absolute joke.
They have their set listeners. They have their set people that they bred into thinking this is the way and this is the only way, and the anti-Trumpers and all this other stuff. Listen, you watch the shows. Like you'll see it. You know, when Jeff was there, it got a little easier, right? When Jeff Leary was there, you were able to call in. You were able to have some controversy, some things like that, because Jeff allowed it, but Jeff was there. But Jeff actually, kept it like pretty decent as well, right? He didn't really go off the rails like he would on Raw because he could, right? Because at Raw, I let you do whatever you want. This is freedom of speech. I fight for that. I defend that, right? So, but there he had rules, but you had people that could call in and kind of go against the grain a little bit, right? You can't change the people's minds. Think about it. North Korea, they don't know what the news is in the world.
No,
they know what he lets them know. Right. That's what we do in our. That's what we do in our government. That's what we do in WSAR.
Right.
We are North Korea. That's
it's a Russian Pravda over there. It's whatever they
when
decide.
I'm in office, City Hall will have its own production. We will have free speech for everybody. We will come out once a week and update everybody on the financial situation, on the crime situation, on what's really going on. We're not going to hide anything. I want you to know where the crime is so you can protect yourself.
They make money right now, right? They make money from the city, right? WSAR. They take money from the city.
The last I saw, it was like 25. Yeah, it was like 25,000 from housing, and they get money. Money filters through everywhere, right? But money filters out of the city to WSAR.
So obviously, it's got to be enough money that they realize if they don't have that money, they probably would cease to exist. That's probably what.
Well, who are those?
I mean, Karen's wealthy. He doesn't need our money. But when you want to funnel money,
well, you also can't have a radio station that's doing nothing. Like, because they're not even pushing a point.
You're on AM.
Yeah, but you're not even pushing a point.
But people listen.
Yeah.
Listen, it might be 2,000. Let's say it's 3,000 people.
Boomers love that shit.
Yeah. Let's say it's 3,000 people that have just always listened because that's where they get. They're not on social media. They're not there.
So you are the Trump to CNN.
Yeah.
Think about it, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. It's that
exactly
pathetic, right?
what this is. That's exactly what David.
It's that pathetic.
David, that's
you are what keeps the lights on.
Yes.
Good Lord.
Well, somebody has to because the other guy's not paying the electric company or the electric bills.
All for the wrong reason.
So somebody's going to keep the lights on.
Dude, how crazy is that?
Wild.
Listen, you can't change the status quo without
programmed.
removing
People are just programmed. That's all it is.
The top echelon, right? Yeah. And that's why they're like, oh, you should have ran for school committee. You should have did city council and did this. You had a good shot. I don't care. I don't want a good shot. I want to clean the corruption. I don't want a good shot. I don't want to just win a spot where I still need 4 or 5 other people to make something happen.
Right.
This guy up here is still going to bring down all the corruption. And when you don't agree with him, he just goes over your head and does it anyway. Right. He wants to move money from the budget. He's going to take $8 million. He's going to lie to you and tell you where it's going. And then he's going to give it to his friends and family anyway because he can't balance a budget. He's talking about OCPF reporting. You didn't submit the report. That has nothing to do with money. First of all, genius. Second of all, your numbers are wrong. Your years are wrong. Everything he said was a lie, except for the 2022 stuff.
Do you believe that the citizens of the city don't give a shit about the numbers?
Absolutely. Every single person that's told me, they're like, we don't care. OCP. First of all,
people glaze
they're like,
over.
first of all, we don't even know what OCPF is.
Right.
We don't care.
Right.
We don't care. But the problem is he tried to attack credibility of not just me, of an established small business in this city and a great person. That's the problem that I have with it, right? So that's why I said, I want everything. Give me the certificates, give me everything. Call OCPF, let's do it. And they did, and she did. Not only did she do it, she posted it herself. You took a small business in this city that you already can't keep and can't bring in. Your RDA can't even bring in, right? That you're kicking people out of this city by trying to defame them for politics,
right?
Because you suck at your job. Let's face it, you suck at your job. There's not a single thing you do right. We're not safe. We can't afford to live here. Our taxes are through the roof. Our fees are through the roof. Everything's corrupt.
Yeah,
your friends and family are costing us hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. Your friends and family are costing us tens of millions of dollars in lawsuits. Yeah. Like
it's always the same people doing everything.
It's who you're surrounded by.
Yeah, it's the same people doing the
Where
same
there's
shit,
smoke,
right?
there's fire.
It's one person who owns 5 restaurants, right? It's one person it's always the same people doing the same.
It's the same story,
right? And I never knew this, guys. I was so out of this.
Shit's
like,
on a repeat.
Most people don't.
I'm kind of like, oh, I love the
Most
city,
people
and
don't.
things suck because they suck, and just taking it for granted.
I always looked at the good in people. I always thought our government always stood for something, and there was right. But that's what I was taught. That was the programming, and 41 years
when
now.
When I started investing, I stopped looking at the government like I could trust them.
You start looking at things differently. The more
that's when I stopped.
See, guys, listen. Information is so important, right? Knowing what's happening.
But here's the problem:
City Hall,
if you control the information,
you control everything.
Think about it. Information is important.
Well,
if you control the information,
I think the city is ready for having the same information coming from, let's say, WSAR, the same outlets. I think people like us.
Be a thing.
I think like the Bobby Couto show. I think people like Jess Machado,
the entrepreneurs, the people reaching out,
Jordan Sylvia,
everybody.
Yes,
we need that balance. Or you know what I'm saying? I feel like we've always been on one side, and they've known it, and then they've always used it against us.
And
there was nothing we could do. So if all the choices I have, and I'll use this as an example, a Democrat. I mean, I really don't have a whole lot of choices.
Right?
Pick your poison.
Right.
If I don't agree with any of them, like if we can't meet, if I can't see anything good in you to vote for.
You know what I think?
really don't have anything to vote for.
Yeah, I know what I think.
I don't have choices.
Now we do.
Now we do.
I think this is all in vain.
And that's
I think,
important.
Boom, I think everything you're doing is an absolute vain if people don't go register and people don't show up to vote.
I agree.
And I think if
we are our own worst enemy.
And that's just it. And if people watching this right now, if you don't get up right now and go to your computer and register to vote, you have till Saturday.
You have till Saturday. That's it.
This Saturday.
Yes.
Okay,
open your phone.
So where do they go? Where do they have to go?
You go right online.
You go right online. And I have the link on my.
What do they type? What do they type in?
Type in my voter registration. It'll come up. Secretary of State will come up.
All right, guys.
That's it.
No excuses, guys. Listen, we had really, really bad numbers, and it wasn't just us. We had New Bedford, our sister city.
Well, New Bedford didn't have a mayoral.
Correct.
But I agree. The numbers are still.
But the numbers are so bad
right now. How about this? How many people we have in the room right now? Is there a lot of people watching right now? A couple?
45.
All right. So 45 people. Listen to this right now. This is the Bobby Couto show right now.
We're gonna have to repeat this. You can't just say it once.
That's fine. Yeah. So anybody listening to the show right now, if you go and register to vote and you take a screenshot and you post it to this thread right now on this live, you will win. Someone will win $100 gift card to TA restaurant downstairs right now from the courtesy
first person. First person.
Well, not the first person. We'll pick somebody.
Do like a
yeah, we're gonna do it randomly.
Let's see how many we can get.
Your actual registration to vote, and you screenshot it and send it in here, and then we're gonna pick somebody at random.
Which means you can already be registered. You don't lose out.
Exactly. So it's $100 gift certificate to TA restaurant.
Look at Bobby giving away all that.
And
we're not telling you who to vote for.
No, just to go
asking you.
Go register to vote, please.
Use your brain.
Yes.
Think outside the box.
Screenshot.
Right. Have your own thoughts. Don't let anybody program you.
Yep.
You go to that ballot. You go there and you go sign up.
I'll even do one better.
You go fill out who you want to win.
Yep.
Make sure it's your own voice you're hearing, not someone else's.
100%. And if they don't want the TA gift card, it'll be $100. If they want it, whatever it is, it's a $100 cash prize or a TA gift certificate. That'll be.
Well, it can't be cash.
I know that's.
It's got to be checked. We got a big show. Uncle Sam wants his money.
I don't want to get stabbed. No, it's $100.
Uncle Sam wants his money.
They don't care as long as it's under a certain number.
Send it through City Hall.
So go register to vote right now. Go do that right now. It's so important because otherwise, again, look, we keep talking about this. It's the 100,000 people that live here, and 6,000 of those people are voting. Like it's a ridiculous number. It's not even.
I think we have like 63,000 registered voters.
Yep.
Even if 20,000 came out, you make a difference.
Yeah.
Because there's clearly not even 10,000 think that he's doing a good job.
So let me I'm going to put you on the spot, Boomer. I'm going to put you right on the spot right now, bro.
Shocking.
If people don't vote, what is the danger? What are the dangers if people don't go and they don't show up and they don't vote? What are the dangers, bro?
Well, in the last 6 years, you already have the highest crime we've ever had. You have the lowest education we've ever had, the highest taxes we've ever had, the most waste, fraud, waste, and abuse we've ever had, the most criminal investigations and lawsuits we've ever had, most sexual assaults and investigations and lawsuits we've ever had under one mayor. I mean, how much more do you want? How much? When is enough enough?
That's the question.
When is enough enough?
Is it bad enough yet?
Listen, am I perfect? Not by
mayor,
far.
the former mayor,
the nicest
got
guy on the
stabbed.
planet. That's the least confrontational man on the freaking planet. Is
someone's
literally in the hospital in the ICU.
All right, let him in.
All right, let him in.
Welcome to the show.
Me.
Who's this?
You hear me?
No, it keeps cutting out.
Yeah, it keep cutting out.
Is there like a loose
this
wire? Every other word.
Phone this.
Hold on, give us 1
It sounds to
second.
me like
So
somebody's
sorry,
using like a
guys.
voice
So sorry,
box.
guys.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody's using like a voice box.
Give us 1 minute.
You hear
Still breaking up.
me? On the phone.
Yeah, it's still breaking
No,
up.
no,
I
that's,
don't know
the,
what's
that-
going
that's the
on.
second person. Maybe we should just
Same
redirect
number.
them.
I take off
No good. No good.
Yeah, it's still not coming in.
Yeah, it's no good.
You hear every third word or something.
Yeah. We're sorry, buddy. We'll figure this out. We'll get it fixed.
Tell you what,
We'll get it fixed.
just call my phone. We'll put it on the mic. Don't be scared.
That's what I say.
You want me to share you're gonna share it?
What's that?
In the group? In the group.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's see if this works.
Hello?
No.
All I get is like every third word. Like can't hear like
Hello?
third syllable.
Hello. Hear me now?
Yeah, no, it's the same thing.
No.
I can hear. I heard him say hello.
No?
No. So
Yes,
maybe,
David Mead, you're right. That is defamation, and I believe she does have a lawsuit for saying that my treasurer was not certified, saying that my treasurer was incompetent. I agree with you, buddy, and I'm sure that'll be a discussion, but I don't think she's out to hurt the city any more than he already has. Yeah, I don't know why that's not coming through.
Yeah, it should be, guys. It's everything's
Yeah, it's your real number.
Let's just continue.
Call my phone.
processing.
Call my phone. I'll put it on the mic. Let's see if we can hear it that way. Yeah, it's not a fake. I know. It's Nelson's calling, guys.
All right,
On your phone?
Nelson, call my phone. Let me try that. I'll put it on the mic. Let's see if we can hear it that way.
It was working.
Yeah, it was working before. I don't know what happened.
It was working fine beforehand.
It was working fine.
Sorry about this, folks.
I mean, you got like 86 comments. I'm sure we can read it.
I'm trying to find a way to
Bobby
share
and
the
Boomer
link.
need to do a quarterly episode.
And we'll be back.
Trying to get me recalled right away, huh, Sarah? Can his phone be connected to the Wi-Fi, or have the caller make sure they aren't connected to their home Wi-Fi? I mean, I
Now we
guess.
should try that.
All right.
I think that's what the problem was.
Because WSAR doesn't like anything that goes against the grain, buddy. That's why, Riz. What else you got? I'll read your questions for you.
The noise gate was on.
Yeah, in the meantime. Yeah, in the meantime.
Yeah, that might have been that.
Yeah, the noise gate was on, guys. Let's try that again.
Oh.
All right, so
All right, guys, if you guys can,
Try it
please
again,
call in.
Nelson. Try to call one more time. If that doesn't work, you call my phone. We'll put you on the mic.
Yep, we'll give you the number.
It's all new.
We apologize.
Bobby came back
we
from
have all
Portugal.
new equipment.
He came back from Portugal. Thinks he can read the directions in Portuguese now.
Pushaki.
He was reading the Taiwan directions.
All right, it's gonna work now.
All right, so
It's too advanced for its
this
own.
is so. Listen, earlier I'm so sorry. I have ice in my mouth.
What do you have, an ice?
Oh my god,
good,
I'm cold.
right?
Listen, I know we talked about the
Here come
feelers
fake
earlier,
accounts.
right?
Send us
Oh, okay,
screenshots whenever you want.
we'll get back to the feelers.
All right. Wilma Amaral for mayor.
All right, we here?
Can you hear us? Hello.
Hey, Keith,
No.
Oh, it's still not
You
working.
hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
This is
I
terrible.
can hear it kind of, but no, it keeps cutting out.
Yeah, I wonder why.
The way it worked last time is when people went on the Bobby Couto show. So if you instant message, you go instant messenger.
Yeah, just
right?
to go to Bobby Couto. And
Go to Bobby Couto, not the Bobby Couto show. Bobby Couto, his actual page, and it will say in parentheses the Bobby Couto show. Go on instant messenger.
Yeah, it should.
Click on the phone, little
Everybody loves your
icon,
shirt, Bobby.
top right, and that will work better, I believe. So please do it that way. Instant messenger, Bobby Couto, his personal
that on my
page.
phone.
That's a total boomer.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll figure it out.
We got it. We got somebody.
No. Okay.
No.
Anyway,
Nah, they just hung up. But
so the fuel is. Here's my question. We get a little deep here. Do you think?
I look good in orange.
Who do you think is actually running the city?
Absolutely. 110% Fiolas.
Fiolas.
The mayor is a face. Okay, the mayor is a face. You could see it, right?
Sure.
What person's if you've been how long you been doing your job?
Me?
Yeah.
Long time.
Do you need to show up with notes to figure out how to do certain things?
No.
Okay,
no.
so
I would just know.
If you had 6 years in any job, do you think you still need the notes to kind of look back at things that are just recent? Do you think you need the notes for that?
Sure. So just show up at events,
Just show up.
shake hands, kiss babies.
Yeah, of course.
So
I've never been mayor
showman.
before. He's talking about my inexperience. Yeah.
Well,
But your experience is worse than my inexperience.
not for nothing. I mean, he's been mayor for 6 years, but there was at one point he was a person who didn't understand how to be a mayor. I think
He's been there for 6 years and still doesn't understand.
Yeah,
He knows the role of
that's
what's
possibly
supposed
true.
to happen.
That's possibly
He
true.
doesn't do the job. How many financial people you think he's gone through?
I don't
The
know.
last number I got was 7. Why are your finance team keep leaving? Why do your city administrators leave you?
Matt ain't Matt, and that's why.
Correct. They don't want to lose their licenses. They don't want to go to jail for him. That's the reality.
Yeah, the math
Let's be
ain't
real.
happening.
How many accountants have you had in your life?
So
Just in your life, how many accountants do you think you've worked with?
me?
Yeah.
2, maybe 3, at most.
These are city jobs, great benefits, right? These people are
Why would they
leaving
leave?
in droves.
Why would they leave? Yeah.
Why would you leave that job? Because you're doing things that you
can
don't
you
want to
please
do that
speak
you
into
don't
the
feel
mic?
comfortable with. That's the reality.
Yeah.
That's it. So you're doing things that you're just not comfortable with. That's the only reason you leave.
Sure.
You mean to tell me all of them found a better paying job and better benefits somewhere else than on the city? That with a $516 million budget that he just gives money away to?
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible. City administrators, what, 3? Attorneys, how many?
No.
And then we're using other attorneys because these attorneys aren't like, they're doing the attorney
current,
jobs.
Who's the current one? Who's the
Then
current city
how many
administrator?
chiefs of police? 3 under him in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Hello?
Chiefs of police.
And there's been some issues
Yeah.
there as well.
How many superintendents?
Yeah.
5. And every one of them's been pretty much involved in some sort of sexual assault issue.
That's wild.
The last one left lying about calling the police on the sexual assaults.
That's wild.
And they got rid of her. So what happens? His brother gets caught. They move him out. Oh,
Yeah.
and he lied in the union. And he's like, oh, my family doesn't work with me. Are they not both in the same union that works with your custodians in your school department?
Yeah.
That you pay 10 directors that all have supervisors that you're spending. That's $1 million in a budget with all these people. $1 million in one department. Just for those positions.
And how many?
That's not even the
and
custodians.
And how many positions?
That's not
are
even
there?
the supervisors. That's just the top echelon people.
Wow.
Explain this to me, right?
Yeah.
So don't tell me that you're not
don't know.
funneling money to your people. Don't like. There's just
Yeah, but
no
where
way.
does the money come from?
You.
He claims that it all checks out, right? It all at the end of the year, they get an audit every year.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah, I'm sure.
and it all checks out.
It all checks out. Then tell me how DCM was stealing millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Then tell me how we paid. Then tell me how we paid for snowplowing twice.
Would that make sense as
$7
to
million each
why there's been so many? You
can't find the money.
Accountants.
Hey, I'm gonna go to jail for this. I'm not doing this.
I'm done.
They'll go. They'll go get the next person.
There's a good connect there. I mean,
course
if
there
you've
is.
gone through that many accountants, right, and the
Your
same
whole
things
financial
keep
team,
happening
your
all
city
over
administrators.
Yeah.
There's nobody. Your purchaser. Where are they? Where are all these people?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work with this man. Why?
Disconnected.
Why?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got
Here we go.
somebody.
Here we go.
Who was that?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How
Hi.
are you?
Okay, yeah, this is I'm doing good. This is Ben from Taunton. Gabriel knows who I am. How you
Ben,
doing?
how are you, buddy? This is Boomer. How are you? We can hear you, so we got something done over there. That's what we needed. We needed Bobby to go over there and Jody to work with Bobby and them guys to try to fight it out.
We apologize.
They figured it out.
It's the first time.
It's a mess on that side of the room. But
this is the first time we're doing this. So,
but what can we do for you, buddy?
Well, go ahead. Well, I just wanted to call in and to say, I've been watching the show, listening to what you guys have to say, and I got to tell you, the level of corruption in Fall River has never been more obvious than it is right now. You see, I live in Taunton, but I used to live in Fall River. I was there till I was 28 years old. 2001 was when I left, and like half the people that were running things back then are still running things. And the other half are probably dead. I mean, it's yeah, exactly, and I mean, it's just there's a lot of great people that live in Fall River, but people are afraid to go outside. I mean, if the former mayor of the city isn't safe, who is?
Correct.
That's a great observation. And I mean,
yeah,
it's as simple as that.
And he's a well-liked guy. Yeah, he might have a couple of haters with the recall nonsense, and maybe they didn't like the way.
But
nobody that wants to kill the guy.
No, if you know Will,
that's what I'm saying.
Will's a good time.
Will's a decent guy.
Will is a great person.
He's the least confrontational person you'll ever meet.
And I fell in love with him the first time I met him.
He's a nice guy. He's intelligent. Yeah.
He certainly is. I mean, I wasn't a fan of him when he was mayor, but
a lot of people weren't.
But I think he's really changed. I understand. But he's really changed, and he's always. I think he's always cared about the city, and always wants it to do well.
Mm-hmm. I like the Will that ran for office, got into office, that didn't take donations from the corruption. The Will that ran for office, that took donations from the corruption, that's the Will that changed, right? So I think looking back, I think he just made bad decisions, getting in bed with the wrong people. And it changed who he was. And I think once he got out of there and who he is now, he got back to being who he was, which is that genuine good guy. And that's where I think that's where he lost his way. I think that's really it.
This is just for information purposes. This is during the recall. This is what you think during that time frame. This is what people
getting reelected at that time, all that stuff.
That's what they thought was going on.
He started taking money from the WSAR side. He started taking money.
That's fair.
Look at the OCPF. You can go back. You can look at it.
Yeah.
Look at the money he didn't take in the beginning. Look at the money he took after being in.
Yeah.
There you go. You start taking you take money from the devil expects favors.
Right. And you guys have been talking about WSAR. I have a rather unique perspective because I used to work at WSAR. I was there. I mean, granted, it was a long time ago, but in 1994 to 2002 was when I was there. And well, I mean, but I think you talk about how people that are trying to call in for Gabriel are getting the short shrift. Well. That's always been the way it is.
Really?
At that station.
Really?
I mean, even the talk show hosts back in the '90s, and back when I was there, they treated people that were calling in to defend Republicans or criticize Democrats the same way. They've. Wow. I mean, I don't know if they've. I don't know if. They totally cut people off, but but people would be ridiculed and people would be made fun of, and I mean that's the way it's always been over there.
They're bullies. They're a bully station. That's what they do. They put down anybody that has a different opinion. They put them down. They make fun of them, and that's how. And that's why they keep their listeners, at bay. Right? They keep them obeying.
Right.
They keep them listening to just one side, and that's how rhetoric happens. Right? That's how you get these crazy people taking shots at a president. Right? That's what happens. You build that rhetoric. You keep building. That becomes the norm. The good thing is I don't think the younger generation is listening to them, so their time's numbered, and it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm still in the radio business, and I can tell you that it is definitely.
I could tell you it's a radio voice. You have a radio voice. I could tell.
It is an older crowd. AM radio is definitely an older crowd.
Yeah.
The only reason we listen to it as a younger generation is because that's the only way we're going to get the opposition's information, because they hide everything from the people, and they know the people aren't listening to that stuff. So we have to get it, decipher it, and put it out to the people. So that's the real reason it still works for them.
Yeah. And so you mentioned Carol Fiola. She was my boss at one time.
Yeah.
She was the station manager there when I was there. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, the corruption that's going on is just, I mean, it just seems to be reaching a new level with all these different lawsuits. You know, the one that this $10 million suit that's out there, and it's his brother, right? Coogan's brother, right, is the one that's named in the suit.
Yes.
He's one of the defendants in the suit that we know about. I know you were saying that there's another suit that you can't talk about right now, but the one that we do know about.
655. So I just got a message. There is definitely another 7-figure lawsuit coming against the Fall River School Department. Don't be surprised if there will be more. There you go.
It makes you wonder.
Wow.
This extra money that we need.
And I will tell you,
they're requesting.
This is the most credible person you're going to get that information from, and you'll find out why probably next week.
Wow, that's wild.
Wow. And this is what you got. But did your school committee talk about it? Did your superintendent talk about it? Did your mayor, the chair of the school committee, talk about it?
They wouldn't.
They won't. Yeah, they didn't even put the last one on the agenda because why?
Yeah.
Because they don't want you talking about negative stuff before an election.
In all fairness, I mean, you want to put out the fire, right? You know, so right. I think
you're creating the fire.
Correct.
They created the fire by trying to cover it up.
Right.
Correct. But I also think damage control is what they're trying to do.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ben.
Right.
Yeah. But I was just going to say one more thing before I go here. I mean, if this isn't enough, what people have seen over these last 2-3 weeks here, if this isn't enough for people to wake up and realize that Fall River needs a change, I don't know what will.
Just in the last 3 months alone,
yes.
Ben. The last 3 months alone, this man has proven to be the most inept person ever to be in office.
Right.
I mean, I'm far from perfect. I understand that. I get it. You don't like my facial expressions when I debate because I listen to stupidity and I have to keep quiet about it. There's rules to this stuff, right? Like, I don't want to keep quiet. I want to tell you. I want to tell you the second he starts lying, I want to tell you right then and there. But then he keeps lying, so it's hard for me to remember all of the lies and try to address it all in 90 seconds and give you the option that I have to answer the question still, right? So people don't understand that. So then that's why I get frustrated, and especially on a day where a decent man is mutilated, basically facing attempted murder, and this guy's talking about it's just being blown out of proportion.
What are the charges? What are the charges? Are there? I mean,
don't even know yet.
You would think if I assaulted you,
well,
he only got charges for
the
police, I believe, right?
They're waiting psychiatric evaluation.
Well, what happened was, because I guess on Tuesday he was in court facing charges for assaulting the police. He assaulted the officers that were arrested him.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been.
That's the only charge.
Technically, he hasn't been charged.
Right.
Yeah. Technically, so he hasn't been charged with attempted murder or anything else just yet. I guess that's going to happen through the psychiatric evaluation after that's done.
Yeah.
But go ahead,
Ben, real quick before we let you go. Obviously you're calling in because you care about the city, you care about the direction of the city, and clearly you actually have options here for the next mayor of the city. Can you please just explain to us what it is exactly that you're seeing and that has brought you to the point where you're at right now to make a decision in November when you write that name down? What's brought you to this point?
Well. I don't know if you call what I said at the beginning. See, I actually don't live in Fall River. I used to live in Fall River. I live in Taunton, but my mom's still there.
Regardless of that, if you lived here, obviously you care enough about the city because you're still involved. Why would you be voting the way you'd be voting in November?
Well, I would be voting for Gabriel, obviously, and because just the fact that Fall River just needs a change. We've been doing the same thing over and over again as a city for the last 80 years, and sometimes it worked, and other times it hasn't. But right now, it's definitely not working because the leadership is completely inept, and we just need someone who we know cares about the people of Fall River, cares about the direction of the city. And I've seen Gabriel in action over the past couple of years. Before he announced that he was running for mayor. And you can just tell when you just got to be with him for a few minutes, and the passion that he has for the city. And I know that he's going to surround himself. Yep. He's going to surround himself with good people that will help him get things done. Get what needs to be accomplished. And I just think it would be the greatest thing to ever happen to Fall River if someone like Gabriel was in charge and was in that office.
My goal is to absolutely prove that correct.
That's an educated answer from an educated man.
Yeah. You look at FRPD's September statistics, right? 4,013 calls. But yet, when you do the math, the math doesn't math, right? Where's the murders? Where's the gunshots? Where's the where's all the big calls? They just pick and choose this stuff, right? So this is what the average person sees. That's the problem. Right. Just like when he talked about crime is, they didn't post it. Go look right now. I'll tell you. The last ones they posted were, I'll tell you, like, this is not hard to do, but the average person isn't going to do it. They're not going to look this up, right? So you figure so you got 2021 crime report, end of year, the year-end report 22, year-end report 23. You know what's not up? Look, I'll show you. Yeah. I'm not like him, right? I'll show it so you can read. You want to zoom in, you can do whatever you want to do, right? So 2023. So where did he get all those fake numbers from? Saying, oh, murders are down, this is down. Murders are down. People are getting shot and living, stabbed and living. Good for them. Just because they're not getting murdered doesn't mean your crime is down. Your crime is up. And that's the reason that your chief of police did not post the 24 crime rates before the election. Yeah. That's the only reason. And it's not, and honestly, I don't believe it's her choice.
The FBI did the same thing.
I believe she's doing what she's told. Yeah. I don't believe it's her choice. I don't believe she's all bad, right? I may not agree with a lot of things, but I don't think she's all that bad to be, hey, you know what? I'm going to cover up everything for you. I don't think anybody goes into that position thinking that. I believe she's being told, don't release that report until after November 4th. Don't release the statistics until after November 4th.
And there's a lot of that going on. It's not just in Fall River. It's happening all over the country. They are trying to reduce the crime statistics. They're underreporting the crimes.
They're underreporting, exactly, which is why people aren't staying in prison long enough, because they're not facing all of the crimes they actually committed. And the DAs are involved. Everybody's involved. They're all doing it.
The Canton Police Department
they're all doing
literally circling the drain. Right.
Look at you got innocent people being framed, right? Yeah. Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
It's wild. We spend more time trying to incriminate innocent people instead of criminals.
Yeah.
There's a huge scandal right now in the Washington, D.C. Police Department because of this that I was reading about recently.
I, for one, am surprised.
But again,
D.C. is corrupt.
Right, but again, just to get back to Fall River, the fact is that my mom's still there. My brother and sister-in-law live there, and I have plenty of friends who live there. So so I still care about what happens to Fall River, even though I'm not there.
Vested interest, yeah. And you got to worry about your mom being around these streets. Like I worry about my kids every day walking these streets. It's just even driving in these streets.
Ben, let me ask you, how old's your mom? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, she's 75.
Oh, good for her. Right, 75. Yeah, my mom's 81, so I'm with you. I'm with you.
And just came back from Portugal. Now she feels 55.
Yes, she does.
I love it. I
think she has a boyfriend. I'm not sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Ben, thank you so much for joining the show today, man. Really appreciate you and your words and your kind sentiment, man. We really appreciate it.
No problem, Bobby. It was a pleasure to call in. And everyone in Fall River, please vote for Gabriel on November 4th.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Ben. You will do wonderful things for this city. All right. Thank you.
Ben. You bet.
I don't know about wonderful things, but we're gonna do better things, right?
Dude, you're gonna do amazing things, bro.
Listen, if we fix 2, 3, 4, 5 issues, are we better off than we were?
Yeah, but it's bigger than that. Real. Yeah, but I think it's bigger than that. You know why? Because I think you gain momentum.
Think of all the crap. Like,
right, who do we have? What's the name?
The crap that I'm gonna walk into.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. You got it. Did a lot.
Welcome to the show.
It's more cleaning up, right?
Yeah. You're live with Boomer Amaral.
Or you're not.
Hello. Hello. Are you there?
Naka pizza.
Oh, they hung up. That's okay. Call us back. If it's important enough.
Yeah.
They want to talk to Bobby, not Boomer.
Melissa, call us, please.
The only thing I do ask is please call Bobby on his Bobby Couto Facebook page. I feel like it'll be better through there.
Correct.
Yeah, for sure.
If you go on Bobby's Instant Messenger, just go on Instant Messenger, type in Bobby's name, Bobby Couto.
Why won't the Bobby Couto
I don't know. I think it's the way you have it set up. It's fine.
Business account might be
business account is limited.
That's why I couldn't go. Yeah, I think that's why I couldn't go yesterday.
Oh, that's right, with the live.
I think Jordan wanted to do like an interview or something, and he reached out, and it wasn't working.
Yeah.
Either.
So go on Instant Messenger, Bobby Couto. Yeah. His actual page in parentheses it says the Bobby Couto Show.
Yeah, just click on it.
Click on it. Click on the phone.
And if you're not following me, shame on you. Shame.
And then give us a call. That's the best way to get through, guys.
Vergonia.
Yeah, Melissa's been hot. She's been messaging. She's passionate.
Yeah.
I love to get her on the phone.
Who?
Melissa Costa. I think it'd be a wonderful thing. I think it's great to get her on.
You can have that conversation.
What a douche this guy is. You're such a douche.
I'm not.
Who invited you?
You're talking about him, right?
I'm being.
Oh, not you, bro. Not you.
listen,
I got
listen,
enough people calling me that. I'm
No,
reading
let me
it.
tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I got a guy here talking to me about 25 years ago.
Clearly, there's a disconnect.
Do you think she likes me? Do you think she has like
No.
Do you think she's like romantic?
I don't know. I have no
You
idea.
think it's romantic?
What I'm saying, I have no idea. What I'm saying is,
Right.
she's passionate about what she believes. Okay, and I can appreciate that.
Dude, she
I have
believes
no
everything
hate.
opposite of
I
me.
have no hate.
If I say blue, she
That's
says
fine.
green.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay.
Because it's okay. If that's what if she's seeing green, how dare we say it's purple or blue or whatever the fuck, right? I think she sees the world from a certain perspective, her own lens, and it's okay. Okay, what's not okay is that we can't have a discussion without having emotions.
Yeah, she has a lot of
You
emotions.
have to listen. You have to control those emotions. Let's have a discussion.
So are you saying Melissa should call in? Is that what you're saying?
I think Melissa should
All
call
right,
in.
then Melissa should call in.
If we would love to talk to her.
Yeah.
We would love to listen to her, hear
Yeah.
her point, hear her views,
Yeah.
and then maybe somewhere
Is she in the chat?
in the middle. She's in the chat. She's in the chat.
What's she saying in the chat?
She's,
All right.
she's passionate.
What do we
She's
got,
passionate.
Haley? What is she saying over there?
She's always been passionate, and I can respect that.
I've been handling it very professionally.
You have been doing very well.
Thank you, Haley.
She's been doing very well. By the
Wonderful.
way, I think we just got our staff.
I think we got staff.
We got a new staff.
We got our staff.
Look at this. Creating jobs already.
Where we are.
Check that
just like
out.
that.
See that?
Yeah, we haven't had a staff until you walked through this damn door.
Well, you keep inviting those kind of people.
Did you bring these people with you? I'm confused.
Everybody wants to be involved. Everybody wants to see up close. You know what I get? Yeah, you know what I get worse? Is like, you look taller on your signs.
Is that what they say?
I'm like, yeah, that's because I hang them up on the railings.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
What's
I
that,
thought
Haley?
you'd be bigger. That's such a horrible statement.
The Bobby Couto show isn't a real platform and all that. And I said, we're pretty real, and that's why you're watching and commenting. Thank you so much for your
That's so funny.
Okay,
Why does she do that?
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My response, Melissa, listen to me. Listen to me.
She's not gonna.
I'm
she'll be
on
like,
your
No,
side.
she's saying right now. She's saying, "Don't you dare tell me what to do." That's
No,
what she just said.
Listen, all I'm asking, right, is for us to have a discussion. You can have different views. You can be complete opposite of me. I've had moments. I've had conversations with people on the other opposite of what I believe. And we've had great conversations, things that I've actually learned and sometimes even agreed on. But when you include emotion and you're reactive, and all you want to do is yell and scream and use parentheses and big letters, what you're saying is that we can't have a conversation because everything is emotionally connected. You have to disconnect emotion and let's just have a conversation. So please, Melissa, give us a call.
She won't call.
Give him a call.
Give me a call.
Give him a call.
Yeah, she won't call. Yeah, she give you a call.
We would love.
She
We just want to see your perspective. Hear your voice.
Listen, I want to
if you
hear.
have a question
I want
for
to hear
Boomer,
from
you can-
everybody. Like, let's
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
listen.
right,
Because
Pointing out the
see,
negatives
that's
of what this
important.
guy
This is what I'm
does
saying.
is
This is
too
what I'm
easy,
saying.
right? Pointing out the negatives on this guy is too easy. There's not. I want somebody to call in and point out a positive.
All right.
Point out a positive.
If Boomer becomes mayor, every decision he makes will affect us.
100%.
Of course.
Right?
Yes.
Of course.
So I might be on one side of the aisle and Melissa may be on the other, but you know what? You're going to make decisions that might benefit me at some point or him, not specifically for me. I'm saying overall.
Already asking for favors. I see
No,
how it
never,
is.
never,
Already
never.
trying to do it.
If
on
anybody
screen
knows me,
too.
if anybody knows me,
Go
Bobby-
back to that.
Bobby
Go back
knows
to
me.
that 100th Bobby
I don't
episode. Go
I
ahead.
don't like
Dirty.
freebies. I don't like freebies. But I think it's
Dirty.
important that a mayor
think we all
knows.
fight over who
I'll
pays
give an
the bill.
example.
Right.
I'll give an example. The mayor is in right now. There's a group of people that support everything he does, but there's a group of people that don't. And there's a reason for that. And they're affected by his decisions. And if you're unwilling to
The bigger
listen
group
and hear those
is
exact
affected
people,
more.
what are the main issues we're having? If people can't pay their rent, they can't pay for, if you're a homeowner, groceries, taxes, water
sewer.
fees.
You
Oh
gotta
my goodness.
You got to pick about paying
If
your
you're a
electric bill or feeding your kids.
if you're a landlord, you're not going to eat up those costs. You're going to pass them over to your tenant. And if you have to increase the rent on somebody who is on a fixed income, how is it that you're not doing things that would benefit that person? And I know it's not always easy.
Fine,
It's not always straight.
He's just going to bring in market rate housing. It's going to lower all the costs.
But can I
How
say
does that
something?
exactly-
Can I say something? People that aren't affected
Ask
by
Ken.
it
He said it's
don't understand, right? So,
But
so
are
in
they
other
voting?
words-
Are they voting? Are
in
they
other words-
voting?
Okay, hold on. Until you have a loved one who is stabbed in the neck and left for dead in the street. You don't know what that feels like. From the outside looking in, you can have different emotions.
So
and
you
be
have
like,
a child that's sexually assaulted and wants the people that are supposed to protect them cover it up.
Unless
you don't know what that's like until that happens.
100%. And so it's very easy for the Melissa Costas of the world to say what they want to say. But what have you actually experienced? What trauma have you experienced in your life that you can say, okay, well, I can speak to this. Right? Well, obviously, Boomer.
The great thing is I have all that experience, right? It's fantastic.
And so these are people.
It doesn't have to be trauma.
Hey, where's the marker? You're hoarding the marker, bro.
If you,
I want to write stuff.
David, my point is this: if you're going to speak about something,
Yeah.
either you're a professional or you experienced it yourself, right?
Sure.
Like I can't talk about jumping out of an airplane because I've never jumped out of an airplane.
You've never done it,
right?
Correct.
So for me to have that conversation with you would be a very silly conversation.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. People are making comments in situations where they don't even know what it's like. They've never experienced that.
I think that's the emotion.
Yes.
That's the emotion I'm talking about.
But don't speak in fact because you don't know.
Well, again,
dude, someone who's fat who loses weight and becomes skinny.
This is gonna sound bad.
Hold on. Somebody who is fat, somebody who's fat who loses weight is going to know what it feels like to experience that. Us skinny people don't know. We
100%.
Right?
It's called a spade a spade.
So that's what I'm saying. Somebody like Boomer, dude, everything he's here representing, he experienced in his life.
I thought he was about to call me fat. I thought he was about to call me the fat one.
This fatso over here.
I
this
get
guy.
it. Listen, I get it. I just ate my calamari before I came in.
So my point in saying that is like, so
pretty good, actually.
everybody can have an opinion, and you can be like, a thumb warrior and all that. But what actual trauma have you experienced in your life where you have a voice to say those things? Because I'm okay with it. I'll accept your.
But who says it's trauma though?
No, I'm saying
you just saying
yes.
okay, gotcha.
So
gotcha,
like if you can speak to something that you've experienced.
Correct.
That's
correct.
That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So when you speak to things that you don't know anything about and you're all emotional, like for example, Bobby, like it's not a real platform. Does anybody realize that like all of this is me? Like I paid for this all out of my pocket. And Melissa, where's your show? Look, where's the Melissa podcast? Where's that? I don't see it.
Dave Olivera with the smiley faces.
Right? I don't see it.
That
I
guy
don't see
loves
it.
me.
So, Melissa, when you have your own show, and you have the next mayor of the city come on and be on your show, then we can have a conversation about being a real platform and not a real platform. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like and follow.
17 more requests for signs since I've been here. I love these people. I love you, Fall River.
I still encourage her to call.
Why?
If she called, would you?
No, she backed down.
If she called, I know, I saw that. If she called, would you give her the mic?
Of course.
Per se?
100%.
Of course.
So Melissa, you heard
She's
it just
still
now.
a citizen. She's still a
Yeah,
taxpayer.
yeah,
I will listen to
yeah,
anybody. You don't
thoughts-
have to like me.
Your
No,
thoughts
right.
But just
and your
bring
opinions
me
matter.
something that makes sense. Stop talking about nonsense from 40 years ago. Nobody cares.
If you are responding emotionally, that means that you've been triggered.
Yes.
And if you've been triggered, that means you have doubt.
I will listen to anybody.
You don't respond that passionate if you're not in doubt. It's almost like people they support so blindly.
I think she wants to date me.
I mean, you have
Sunglasses.
it's the hair, bro. It's the
hair.
hair.
It's
He
the hair and the
just-
sunglasses.
You know,
You
I don't have it
didn't
in
do
there.
the hair today. You didn't do the hair.
I don't
purposely
have it.
didn't do the hair.
I walked into CVS. I had to bring my daughter to
The
a
best
wedding on the
looking guy
way
in the
here.
room's right over here,
I
bro.
don't know. I had to bring my daughter to a wedding today. I walked into CVS. I'm like,
Jerry
where's the
Rizzo-
hairspray? And the lady just looked at me like, I was like, it's not for me.
That's funny. I like that.
Definitely wasn't for me. She just looked at me. She goes, I was like,
That's
fair,
hilarious.
but it's
That's
not for me.
hilarious.
My daughter's in the car. We're going to a wedding. And my son used it all this morning to go to school. I know. Such a weird
Dude, you know what's funny about this? I just want to take a second right now, bro. You know what? But when you've been doing this since what, June, July?
What,
June?
Talking trash my whole life.
No, why that I know. But like running for mayor, right? June, July?
Before that. I pulled papers before that, but officially, yeah.
Officially right through that, bro. And here we are, right? It's October, like the end of October. And this dude's still laughing and smiling, bro. That says something, man. Because you know what, dude? People have been beating you down the whole time, bro. And you're still here,
single
man.
day,
No, you're still the same
24/7.
humble
Fake
guy.
news.
Dude,
It's
I
fake
love it. I
news.
love it. Dude, that's why you know, dude. I
I've been
appreciate
called
that.
a lot more than that.
No, I appreciate that,
fake
dude.
news.
You're not angry, dude. You're still laughing. You're still in this, bro.
Listen,
But that speaks to
there's
your
nothing to
character,
get
bro.
angry
That
about.
matters. I know. I want people to see
I have
that,
the truth
dude.
on my side, and that's
Yeah.
the key, right?
Yeah.
So whatever people are going to vote the way they're going to vote, they're going to believe what they want to believe, and
Sure.
that's fine. I have the truth on my side. Everything this man has said has been proven a lie. Not that he's been proven wrong. It's been proven that he literally lied, and he did it intentionally. He lies to us. He fearmongers us when that doesn't work. Well, I'm the only Democrat, and this is a Democratic state, and my team's the only one that's going to work together. Or, I'm just vice principal. I don't know the numbers, and then goes to a debate and says, I'm the only one who knows the numbers.
Do you think
Well,
that's like
which
a
is it?
Biden
Either
thing?
you know the
Is
numbers
that
or
like
you
a
don't.
Biden thing?
honestly,
I've been wanting to talk about this for a minute.
Is that like a Biden thing? Is he have like? Is it a cognitive decline? Is there a cognitive decline?
He knows what he's doing. He just doesn't know the reality. Like he thinks everybody is dumb. He looks down on people. He's narcissistic, borderline sociopath. Okay, is what he is.
But wait a minute. That comment, okay, with the whole Will Flanagan thing, right? When he said, it's
exaggerated.
The whole thing was exaggerated.
It's exaggerated because it's somebody that's known. The guy that got stabbed on Sunday, it wasn't exaggerated because why? Because he could hide that one because it wasn't somebody. Thank you, Will, for still bringing the attention to the city that we needed to know about. Yeah, because that's what happens. Like Will is in ICU, still saving the city more than this man.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Go for it.
What if? What if it was just word diarrhea, like vomit? He said things. I think he says certain things like
This is why he does his debates. This is why he does his debates in a studio.
I think he does. I think he says things and at times that's not what he's intending to say.
I agree. At the end of that debate, like the one I don't think
that's his intention. But then when it comes out, it's like, oh
yeah. No, he doesn't regret it. He owns it. He laughs about it. Think about it. When he said that at the debate, and he's like, "All right, settle down." Like he's talking to a bunch of children, to a whole community. Yeah. These are the people that are supposed to elect you. They're adults.
Yeah.
These are the people you're looking to elect you. These are the people that are struggling every day based on your policies, based on your corruption, based on everything every decision you make. These people's lives depend on it.
Yeah.
And you just told them, all right, settle down. It's not that serious kind of deal. And it's like, wait, we've been good all night. Let's get through talking to them like children after you just insulted them.
Yeah.
You insulted them and then you insult them again by telling them that they don't have a right to be vocal.
Yeah.
This is why he does his debates in a studio. This is why. Because he goes off the hinge
So he's had what? You guys have had 3 debates in front of a public? Like in front of...
2, right?
2.
It was really forums. We've only really had 1 debate,
which was the one that we were at.
The one that you were at, which is where he had to go all out and do that stuff because again, everything he said didn't make sense. Even first of all, Carlos called him out on everything and knew that didn't make sense. Mm-hmm. And Carlos lost to somebody who dropped out. What does that tell you? Mike Vandell got 88 votes that didn't want Coogan. There's 88 other people that just thought none of us were good.
That's
Think
concerning.
about that.
What was his numbers on the last election? Do you know?
It was like 2 and change, something like that.
Coogan's.
The last prelim or the last election?
The last election.
It was like
I think I have the numbers.
I think it was like 60.
Let's go with prelim because that's all we got. So let's go with the prelim
numbers. When he had Sutter,
all right.
I want to say it was like 42,
Bobby's gonna pull those
42 and change, and this time it was like just about 31.
So
he lost a lot.
That's concerning. If you're a sitting mayor, or somebody who's within an office seat,
you can't even find 5,000 people in a city of 95,000 that want you to stay mayor.
What happened in the city? Do you think happened that changed that narrative? That changed the course of things? To the point where, I mean, there wasn't any record numbers. I mean, listen, if 10,000 people or 15, 20,000 people out of 90,000 people, let's say that 70,000 of those, 70,000 of those are voters, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 62 or something like that.
Okay, 62. I wasn't far off. Yep. That's still horrible numbers. Yeah. What happened in the city during these past few years, past 6 years, whatever,
corruption.
That happened, that people lost faith within the system.
My mom stopped going. My mom used to vote every single time and she just stopped.
The government stopped listening to the people. Mm-hmm. The government stopped looking out for the people. So you have ones and twos. Don't get me wrong. There's people that care about certain things.
We get a bill in the mail.
Yep.
We open it up and it says, "Oh, there's going to be an increase."
Yep.
And we just go, "Okay."
Yep.
No.
No, you have a handful of people that fight it. A handful.
Not enough.
Well, a handful.
Clearly not enough.
First you go, how much more? Okay, well, the 3 tenants, they're going to absorb this. So if it's $25, we're going to break that up.
But what about the single family homeowners?
Let's say the single
family. What about the single moms and the single dads?
What about that? You take it.
No. You stop paying it, you show up and you fight.
There you go.
That's it.
And then they'll accuse you of not paying your bills.
Go ahead. You can send me all the pretty color paper you want.
Okay. So why would anybody in the city, clearly, because we have quite a bit of poverty, you would say, right?
Yeah.
We're below
the majority.
Yeah. Why would anybody continue to vote the same way?
Well,
if you know,
don't vote at all.
Like, what is it? What is it going to take for somebody to wake up and say,
"Yes,
I legit can't do this anymore"?
Dude, it's the bottom feeders. That's who keeps them in. Dude, there's 6,000 people voting, David. That's the problem here. That's the number you're not missing. So, dude,
I know who's
there are
voting,
94,000 people.
But why aren't the rest voting?
That's what I'm saying. There are 94,000 people, dude. The people you're talking about.
Where's the emotion?
They don't show up. Those people don't show up.
We don't teach them to begin with, right?
Right.
Think about the population.
It's deliberate.
We're not educating them. We're not. There's no civics class. You know what civics class is right now? Teaching them which bathroom to use, which pronouns to use.
Those are the numbers,
That's
bro.
a civics class. That's how Massachusetts is hiding the grooming in the civics class.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look up your child goes to middle school.
Yeah, goes to, yeah.
Look up the civics class in that middle school. Watch what you read. Watch what they're learning in civics. I bet you.
Don't scare me.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I've done it. I'm telling you right now,
I've done it. So
when I tell my son, when they
information?
get to this point of the class, you ask about civics. And when they don't talk to you, you walk out of class, you call me, and I'll come pick you up, and I'll educate you. I'm telling you right now, ask for the curriculum for their civics class. You are going to lose your mind. You're going to lose your mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, yeah.
They have to give it to you. They have to tell you. You have a right to know. And if they
what
don't
does that
give
fall
it to
under? Civics. What class? Because I don't see it.
Well, civics
on the list.
current events,
for my daughter.
It'd be current events.
You won't see
She's
it.
got history. That's all I have.
Yeah,
It
you'll
doesn't
get
say
it.
civics.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, look up the civics curriculum for middle schools. All of you, every parent, go look it up. It is not about civics.
Really?
Guaranteed.
See, it's the programming.
Look at it. And then, by the time they're graduating, what they get ready for? What they get them ready for?
So how do we change this?
Oh,
You
that's
get
us.
rid of.
Yeah, that's us.
You get rid of the.
wait.
You get rid of the echelon that's up top. That's
let me ask you a
doing all
question.
this sexual assault stuff and covering it
let
up.
me ask you a question.
And
So-
you put teachers in the classroom. You put paras in the classroom. You put the money back in the classroom. You take care of the educators who are actually educating the children. And you give them what they need to actually educate. You teach kids about real civics. You teach kids about investing, about markets, about rates, about interest, how to save money, how to invest.
Is that a city thing? Is that a city thing? Is that a state thing? Is that a federal thing?
Listen, you can add whatever
it's
you
a
need to.
basic thing, dude.
These are basic things.
I know it's basic.
When you went to school, did they teach economics?
Right? The only way. No, they didn't. The only way.
When I went, that was like the last time.
Yeah, they weren't teaching economics. They were teaching.
They don't want you to learn how to make money.
The closest thing was
They don't want you to learn how to make money.
current events was the closest thing to what was happening.
Hey, remember when your Vavo gave you $1? Remember when your Vavo gave you a dollar bill,
Yeah.
and you would roll that dollar bill up and you stick it in your pocket, dude, and it'd be over your cold dead hand. Somebody take that freaking dollar from you. Imagine that you don't have that dollar anymore. Right?
Yeah.
That dollar was value to you because you had it in your hands. You know you could go to the store and you could exchange it for something good, right? What if there was no dollar? What if everything was digital? What if it didn't matter? What if it was just digits and decimal points? Then you lose the sense of value in the money. Kids are in school, dude, they have no idea. Do you know this generation spends more in digital currency than it does actual fiscal money, like actual money, right? Like everything's either crypto or
what was the last time you wrote
Roblox?
a check? What was the last time you wrote a check? I mean, some people do. I mean, if you're in business,
you're in campaign, you have to write them all the time.
Yeah.
I wrote one this morning. It wasn't a pretty one.
To the average person, how often are they actually using a check?
Right. But so, how do you instill the value of $1 to someone who doesn't know what that is?
Oh,
how do
follow
you?
the sound.
There you go. Sure. How do you do that? How do you convince your Bella that what $1 is worth? Well, how does she know what $1 is worth? She has no idea right now.
No
David.
clue.
She doesn't have to buy food. She doesn't buy clothes. Like, she doesn't even purchase. If she wants something, she buys it on Amazon. It's a click and point. There is no exchange. So how do you teach a generation?
I make my kids go in the store with me and do it.
There you go.
Yeah, I
That's
make,
the only
I make
way.
them go in and do it. And honestly, they like to. Dad, can I pay this time? Dad, can I do the card? Dad, can I count out the money? Can I get the change?
Yeah.
So they like to do that stuff. And I tell them, if you can do it correctly, you can keep the change.
got a nice
kinda
little
deal.
piggy
You know what I
bank.
mean? Try to reward them for paying attention to money, right?
I'm gonna make her use it.
But also understand that when you want something, and I give you a list, and I put a check mark, right? I give them a list. You didn't do A, B, and C all week.
Right.
You're not getting that game.
Right.
You're not getting Robux or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
No, show me how you do next week. One of my kids is failing a class right now.
Yeah.
He's struggling, but he didn't want to tell me, right? So now we have a tutor. Now we're dealing with that stuff, and he was also goofing off with his friends, and he's gonna go to the bathroom 6 times, and he's gonna do this stuff. So he's missing a lot of class time. Well, there you are. So no, you can't play video games. You can't have your phone.
Boom, as the mayor, what would be your impact on that? Are you sitting at the council meeting, the school committee meeting, and saying,
Absolutely.
hey, everybody, like, We need basics here. People need to know how to write checks. People need to know
what we
value.
need to do? We need to listen to the teachers and stop listening to the sexual assault administrators. We need to listen to the teachers. What do you need in the classroom? What is working? What is not working? How can we make it better for you to educate? That's what we need to do.
Jay Rizzo.
Oh boy.
Here comes the Rizzo.
Give us Jay.
If he doesn't rap, he's going and getting off.
Yeah, Rizzo, you're on the show, brother. Welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, what's up?
What's
How
up,
you doing,
Riz?
Jay? Welcome.
Is this working or what?
We
Yeah,
hear
it's
you,
working.
buddy.
Loud and clear, bro.
It's
Loud and
working.
clear.
We got you.
All right. So, Boomer,
Yes.
when you get onto that 6th floor, because
I love that you say
you're gonna
when and
win
not
this.
if. Go ahead.
When you're gonna get there, down at the bottom of Columbia Street, he's drinking nips, drinking beers, and on parents while they're getting their kids out of at the end of the day.
Yep.
What are you gonna do to change that?
I'm going to make sure that there's a police presence that makes sure that happens. Because here's the thing. Drunk in public is a problem. Drinking in public, open containers. These are all laws already, right? All we got to do is enforce this stuff. The problem is we don't have people enforcing it. And everybody's like, oh, well, our
Why
police
ain't
department
there
has more
an
important things to do. Well, we get that. I understand people are being mutilated, but it's just exaggerated. So we don't have to worry about that. We're going to take care of it. We're gonna make sure there are consequences for people doing that stuff. You can't be doing it, especially around kids. Especially around kids. You can't do it.
We need a walk and beat.
I agree.
We need a walk and beat. We need
They
to
got,
have
they
them.
got the walk and beat.
They still
not
do
really.
it a little bit, but not enough.
Not as much as they used to.
They do it in
They
the
got the
trouble
electric
neighborhoods
bikes
trying
now.
to get in with the kids, which I do
That's
like.
right, Riz. Yeah, you're right, bro.
do
He's
like.
right. You got the electric bikes.
Yeah, they
Good
got
call,
electric
bro.
bikes. They can get there much faster now. And it's downhill, so they'll be fine.
I was on the trail.
Columbia Street's a hill.
I was on the trail and I was scared. I saw the fucking guy in those little carts, the two officers, and they were like, hey, they were on the trail monitoring the trail.
Gator.
The
Gator.
Gator. Yeah, the Gator.
You know, listen, I don't care what they're driving around in.
It was
just
ran me over.
understand that as long as you're driving around in it, you can't get mad at the other people for doing the same thing, right? You're not above the law either. However,
But you know what I don't understand?
but definitely if that's an issue and it's been reported and nothing's been done about it, there's a current mayor and there's a current police chief, and they should have already done something. If they haven't, that's a complaint that every single parent in that school should be addressing and vocalizing. And if they're not doing anything, then that's why they should be voting. These are the things that get ignored, right? Because they don't care about the kids. These people have proven they don't care about our kids. They care about where the money is and where they can take it. That's it.
Why you thought about like they do stuff because it's electric? I think you're right on that, because why would he give these guys electric bikes in September? I'll give him that.
Well, I mean, he's got to promote anything he
Who are they
can
gonna
right
put-
now that's positive to take off the negative. You know, he's got to promote something.
You can always put chain.
Yeah, that
Well,
was
listen, I'm all for them having the bikes, right? Because when they used to pedal and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
but
this cop's in
the
good shape.
time-
But I mean, you get a call, you're not going to get there fast enough pedaling. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Let's be
no
real.
excuses.
Let's be real.
Put chains on those tires, okay?
I got pulled over.
right.
I got pulled over by a bike in
Snow
my car.
gear, you got a snowsuit
Snow
on.
gear, okay? If they could do
How
it in
did you get pulled
Alaska,
over by a pedal bike?
They're throwing snowballs at you. Pull over.
Remember, you
if
used to
they
that
do
as
it
a
in
kid?
Alaska, they could do it here, okay?
Right.
Listen, I
what's going on
love
with
our
this
police
guy?
department. I love our police officers. I think they're going to put those things to good use. I don't think it wasn't a crazy expenditure. They have the money anyway. It's not like they're hiring people. We're losing people, so they might as well spend it on something useful instead of overtime or I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. Never mind. We're going to keep it.
Another
cordial
thing.
because the
Another
majority
thing.
of our police department is fantastic. Go ahead. What do you think?
Riz.
Why do you think they kept letting that kid out?
Because there's nothing in place for people like that. And quite frankly, we are soft on crime. This is Massachusetts. Same reason they let out all the illegal immigrants that were sexual assaults in the hotels and everything else and raping kids, and they're right back on the streets. Without ICE coming out, we would have never even known this because Massachusetts didn't allow us to, right? This state, it's not a city problem at that level. That I can't say that that's a Coogan thing, right? His friends and family in the lawsuits, absolutely a Coogan thing. But the statewide stuff, I mean, you can't. Like we are being groomed by these people. Look at who's in charge. Look at the people all the way down. They live this life. They do this stuff. Like their friends and family are the ones involved in this stuff. The state police were.
I was thinking they were letting them out.
What's that?
I was thinking they were letting I was thinking they were letting them out because like you pick up a shop
sometime, but you can only do so much with people that aren't all there, right?
Right.
We need institutions specific for that, and we need to make sure that they are, just because you have mental health issues, you still need to be held accountable. Just because you have mental health issues doesn't mean you get to go back on the street.
People, man, you can't just hurt people.
You're clearly going to hurt somebody.
Right.
I'm sorry, it's a life sentence, but it's not a life sentence in maximum security. Maybe it's maybe I'm exaggerating, but I'm going to go with you still belong in an institution for the rest of your life. People do not need to be mutilated on the streets. We are not exaggerating. This is a reality in this city. There's no exaggeration, despite what Paul tells you. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. We are going to work with the DA. We are looking to elect a new DA that's not soft on crime. We are looking to get into.
Do you have somebody in mind, or
I do have somebody in mind.
You do.
I do. And he's the same person that worked for the mayor and told you how weak he was and how corrupt he was, and how corrupt his DCM was. This person worked for the mayor. He knows the inner workings. He came on and exposed himself to everything that's coming for him, right? And exposed himself and told us these people are untouchable. No matter what he wanted to do, he couldn't do it because they're untouchable because of who they're related to. We know who they're related to.
Asylums.
When's that vote come up?
What's that?
Voting come up. Sheriff.
Voting is November 4th.
The sheriff.
No, for sheriff.
I don't know. I got to look at that. The DA is next year. The state reps are next year. So right after I get in, we're gonna start pushing for real people, real candidates that want to attack crime head on. We're going to look at people that want to attack crime head on, protect our police officers, get them to be able to do their jobs again. We want people in place in the school department that are going to actually put the children first and protect our children and expose the corruption and the nonsense. Stop worrying about the lawsuits and who's getting them and covering up for them, because then we won't have the lawsuits. If you stopped putting the people in there that weren't qualified and you knew that they were a danger and stopped trying to protect them, the lawsuits would never come.
Good point.
The lawsuits would never come.
That's a good point.
You get ahead of it. You don't, this, again, we are reactive. Nothing about this city is proactive because they have no idea what they're doing except trying to steal money as much as they can, and they're trying to lock up the waterfront for as much as they can. I don't care. The waterfront's going to be 10 years before anything even comes close to being remotely done there, right?
Is that what they're saying?
Let's be realistic. How long do you think it's going to build the waterfront?
I'll be 51 years old.
You're welcome. And hopefully you survive that long and don't get attacked.
He's just gonna
for real.
Hopefully you don't get attacked in those 10 years. But I'm not exaggerating either. It's going to take at least 10 years. Let's figure it out. How fast can they build everything, right? I'm not exaggerating. That's the reality.
Yeah.
Right now, we have people being stabbed on our streets that are built, that people are living in. We need to help the city we currently have while working on that. I'm not saying we got to forget about it. We're going to work on it. We're going to push it. We're going to work with the state. We're going to get things done. I know I'm not a Democrat. I understand that they don't want to work with me, but they're going to work with me because they're going to want to work with the 100,000 people that are going to stand against them if they don't. We're going to make it happen. You have somebody that's willing to put themselves out there to fight these people. Come and help me.
What's up with WSAR?
I don't know. I don't know. They can't. I don't know. We can't call them. We can't talk to them. We can't do anything.
I mean, Josh calls in. He talks about you. Jamie talks about
on what show? Yeah, they talk about me when they can talk about what the mayor did.
Yeah, but you can't call in. Yeah, he can't call in.
We asked about it. We tried Wayne's show. We tried all the shows. They said it live, dude. You can go look online. It's there.
It's shady,
they blocked about 17 people in one day trying to call to get on, and why Boomer can't get on. I didn't know that they were doing that. However, now I do because I watched it and I'm like, wow. But
you can't call. You can't call in, right? Because you're running for mayor.
I want to be on the show. Why is Paul allowed on there? Why is Paul allowed on the 6th floor?
So wait a minute, you're telling me
manager. You're going to tell me that's not
political?
He goes
on there.
You're violating FCC
He goes
rules.
on there. Well, he goes on there. He's running for mayor, but they won't let you do that.
Correct. They've never allowed me on there. They've never asked me to be on there. They won't let me do anything.
So you can't even call in.
No, you can't call in.
I'm gonna check this out. You can't call in.
Yeah, you can't call in as a candidate.
I'm asking questions tomorrow.
Do it, my man.
I know that.
Yeah.
Do it, Jay.
You're gonna get blocked, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get blocked.
Go watch Wayne's show from, I want to say it was like two weeks ago. I'm sure we can find it for you. We'll send it to you. Go watch it. Sue even comes out and she starts blocking people and they're hanging up on people. They stopped running the show. Why do you think they took all those shows off Facebook during elections? You think they didn't want viewers? Come on.
I haven't been listening to Wayne's show, so
listen. You think they took it off Facebook? They took it off Facebook because they know my followers are on Facebook. They know that we can expose them on Facebook. That's why.
I thought it was people bashing on the comments. That's why I thought they took it down.
People bash on the comments. You're a radio station. People can so you can't call in and bash them. You can't comment and bash them. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, guess what you can't do?
Are we North Korea? Because that's where we are.
You can call the Bobby Couto show and say whatever the hell you want.
The phone lines are open. I'm here.
Right? Does that make sense?
I said I'll be here as long as everybody wants me here. If people aren't calling in, then I'm going to go home. But
we're not exaggerating.
Right.
I'm here.
Thanks, guys.
No, you're very welcome. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Later.
Thanks, Jay. Justin, if you want to call back, buddy. We're on the phone with Jay, so
Justin?
I know. Yeah, Justin called in. He can call right back if he wants to call. We'll take his call next.
I'll take everybody's calls.
Of course you will, bro.
All right, listen, you don't have to like me, but I should answer to you. You might not like my answers, but I'll answer to you. You're a voter.
But it has to be reasonable, bro. People have to be reasonable.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yes,
Obviously, I'm not going to answer the nonsense, but... Hello?
Oh, we lost him.
Bobby does not answer.
No, I answered. It just for whatever reason, it just disappeared. When I clicked it, it went away. Try that again,
Try again. Yep. It's full Ramato. We'll try.
All right, we'll try. We'll try. Yeah, it's funny. It didn't even show up here. Like there we go.
There we go.
Nelson Vaz.
Hello?
Oh, it says call failed, Nelson. Let me try calling him.
What is going on?
I'm calling him back.
Your phone doesn't like him.
Unable. Yeah, it's something up with him because I tried to call him
it's saying
back.
Unable to call.
Unable to call.
Unknown call.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, what's going on?
How we doing?
Hey, question, right? Usually, I'm not big into politics, but it runs through my mind because I coach a lot of soccer, and all my kids play sports and stuff. And I mean, I've heard it through up the ranks of the politics, and it kind of drives me crazy. What can we do, all right, as a city, to bring back so that way the kids don't have to pay to play? Because the last I heard and the last I knew is if we keep the kids sports, keep them active, they're not playing in the streets. They're not causing trouble for the taxpayers.
I agree.
Not causing trouble for owners. They're not getting into things they shouldn't be getting into, which they all are now. So what are we going to do, in the sense of things to get these kids off the streets, back onto these fields, back playing on these teams? And it's not going to be parents who we all know, especially growing up Portuguese, where we could go out to the park, where they'd leave us in the middle of the field somewhere and say, "Don't come home."
100%.
We don't live in that reality anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm a single dad of 6 kids. My kids all play sports and do activities, so I completely understand that, and I agree with you. I look back then, and I remember we used to show up, and you'd see all the coaches volunteering, taking care of the field, making sure it was done right? We would do all that stuff.
Yep.
Now, nobody wants that responsibility. They just call the city. The city's got to go and fund and do all this. You got the Parks Department, you got DCN. We gave jobs to people to handle this stuff instead of like the volunteer stuff that used to happen with that, right? So we could pay for equipment and do those things as a city, but now we have to pay a staff to maintain it all and do it all. And then these leagues are just trying to make money. And so there's a lot of issues, right? I'm a firm believer in getting the kids off the streets. I think within the school system, we could put something together because the school department has the bulk of the money to keep the kids off the streets. I think after school activities, making it part of that as opposed to, private leagues. I don't know. There's got to be some way to do that. But I do believe, if you want your kid to play AAU and travel and stuff like that, you should be paying as a parent, right? That shouldn't be a city thing.
Oh, no.
These regular little leagues and these regular soccer leagues and little leagues and seasonal sport things, I think the city should be able to cover a good majority of that. Yeah. At least equipment wise or maintenance wise or whatever it is. We do it for our school sports. Why not? Right? We got boosters that cover all that stuff. Maybe we can include it with it. Why not? Is it a cost?
Yeah,
sure it is. But here we are paying these 6-figure salaries for 900 people. Let's stop doing that and let's start taking care of our kids.
I never had anything paid for me though. Like when
that's the main thing.
I paid for my own stuff when it comes to sports.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, but we would show up, and the coaches had like these beat up bats and this big army bag full of bats and whatever. But you had to buy your own gloves and things. But I'm talking about you look at league fees, right?
Yeah.
To play baseball right now is $200 $150.
When I played, I didn't pay shit.
To play soccer is expensive, and
exactly.
it's literally a ball and cleats like that you're buying. You know what I mean? But to play soccer and play in these leagues, it's expensive.
My father must have been a good.
The fields
good
are expensive.
negotiator.
Britland Park's expensive. Well, we didn't have to back then.
Back then, right?
Back then, you didn't have
to pay.
The city took care of it. Just like we had the CETA program. These kids got paid to work all summer. We did all these things, right? So I do agree with you that we need to find a way. I would like to find a way, but right now, I have to figure out and, excuse my language, un-F this budget to make sure that we can take care of the people we have, make sure the apartments are running effectively and efficiently, make sure our public safety is taken care of. So when our kids are on the field and something happens, we have the right people in place to take care of them. And then from there, I obviously want to work on that because youth sports, youth stuff like that. The person that I'm looking at for a youth director has a lot of good plans. And I think he's going to be great for the city. I think you're going to love him. And I think he knows a lot of those inner workings that are going to help us get there much faster.
I think when you think of sports, right, most people can't even afford everyday living, right?
You want to know one of the red marks on my OCPF report?
Yeah.
I donated $500 so kids could play, and that's what he was trying to look at.
Yeah.
Because I didn't put the league name correctly. That's one of the red marks.
It's wild.
So I donated money to let kids play, and he's trying to come after me for that.
You know, if it's costing people to actually put their kids into a league, it's going to do the adverse. It's going to be
and right now, life is expensive everywhere.
It's expensive. Hard. No one's really going to do that. When I was a kid, everybody played baseball. Everybody played
all
soccer.
The parks played against each other.
You had you went to every. I
was part of
park.
CETA, and I played baseball.
Yeah,
I did both.
And it was packed.
I couldn't get a job at CETA.
Right?
I wasn't a good kid.
Go now. I can't.
My brother got to work there.
I can't think of a time where I actually, let's say, drove by, a park and actually saw a game. You don't see them.
Right.
I mean, I think I do a lot.
I don't. I don't my
see kids
them.
are always in
I used to
sports,
play.
so
I used to play,
there.
and I don't see them in the way that
not the way we did. They were every day.
Every day there was a game.
And if I could take that a step further, to me my chief complaint was always the same. It was always I never thought it went further enough, right? It never went far enough, right? So if I was playing ball and I got to be the age of 16, I think 16 was the limit, right? Like you did like
no, it was 18 because I played at Lafayette. Ball? Yeah, I played at Lafayette for.
But it was just a one league, right?
That was it. Once you did that, it was either Junior Olympics and all that stuff, and then you went from there to an adult league. But
right.
Yeah,
it's very unfortunate that it ends there. Like there wasn't more like you could actually.
I mean, we can have it, right? Father Kelly Park has big fields. They're adult field. Like we can do that. They've paid for the netting. They have it all. We won't put up the poles. Like they won't do the grants. Yeah. Where's the rest of the grant money that went to that?
Imagine playing ball your whole life.
You know how much grant money we're missing that could have put those poles up?
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask whatever you like.
So listen. So
I hope we answer this call.
I'm gonna
go ahead.
Yeah, there's another one. I have a question for you.
All right. Well, so this is going to be a special call right here. Here we go. Yes, Mr. Sylvia, you're on the show.
Man.
Yo.
There he is.
There he is.
Sugar.
Is this these two handsome devils,
hold on,
Bobby Couto and?
Hold up. What's up, everybody?
Who's saying that? Who am I talking to right now?
JoJo. That's Jody Joe.
So, Jordan, you got Jody Joe on the boards. David is here. I am here, and of course, Boomer.
Hey, listen, Bobby. That kid's like my new. That kid's like my new little cousin.
Dude, he loves you, bro. He loves you.
Jody's a solid kid, and he's a smart, funny kid, bro. I love it.
Yeah, he showed up for me today, bro.
He's got 6 sense of humor like I do. Hey, don't mind me, guys. I'm going through the drive-through, so you're going to hear that whole exchange in 1 second live on the Bobby Couto show.
So we're going to see
are you
hey, Bobby, listen, I just walked out of Bernardo's gym with my son's second class. I took Cassius, but he was mortified because he saw the older kid. So he's like, Dad, I'd rather go to get air. He's like, that's scary. He's only 5, bro.
That's fair.
But I took my with me too, another little guy, and my son. I was so impressed, Bobby, with how Wyatt did on his second day. He's already like snapping the bag pretty decent for a kid who's just getting into it.
What an amazing organization. The only problem, people don't know that exists, dude. People don't know that he's there. I'm so glad you got to meet him.
I didn't until you told me. You're the one who made the connection, bro.
He's a great guy. He's got things in place for anybody.
So Jordan, can you just real quick share your experience, because your experience is pretty much what everybody's experience would be.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was like, I almost could have cried tears of joy walking in there and just seeing, like you said, that's going on in Fall River with all these kids, and it's like the healthy you can do. As I order from the McDonald's drive-thru, hold on. You can hear that. Hold on 1 second, right? Can I get 2 number 9s with 2 cheeseburger meals?
We should get T-shirts that made that say "Vote for Boomer." He's not exaggerating.
For the drink, can I get a Dr. Pepper on one, and then oh no, what did you want, Wyatt? That's right on the other one.
The sheriff selection.
This is riveting radio right now.
Yeah, which is
and
crazy.
then can I get a chicken nugget? Happy Meal.
The streets in 2 years. This
Right.
guy's got 6
Seriously,
years.
6 years.
6 piece with extra fries
I think
and a
it's a long
lemonade.
time to be bad.
And
isn't it?
sweet and sour.
So hear me
Terrible
out.
diet.
So-
Terrible
lower his
diet.
So I
down,
do
Jody.
agree with the mayor should be 4 years. We're not going to do that during
That's
my
it.
term because I'll have a no Kings
Thank you
parade
so
outside
much.
my
Dude, no
my
apple
office.
pie, bro? No
Yeah.
apple pie? What the? No
Bobby.
apple pie,
They don't have
bro?
it. They don't have
The
it yet. They don't
apple
have it yet.
pie is fire. Listen, the apple pie is
Pumpkin's
fire.
good. The pumpkin's
Listen,
good too.
I just outed myself. I take my son to go get exercise, boxing, and then I take him to McDonald's and just waste it all on some
80-20
fries.
rule,
Why
bro.
not?
80-20 rule.
Bro, he needs protein, bro.
As long as you're working it out, you
Protein.
Boomer, I
carbs,
just
man.
showed the whole. Boomer, I just told the whole world that I have a Fiorentina Italian kitchen, but I take my kids to McDonald's for dinner.
That means you eat
What
too
a
much pizza.
fraud I
That's what
am.
that means. He eats
Fraud.
way too much
You
pizza.
are not a dedicated
What a-
Italian, that's for sure.
Jordan, have you had a chance to listen to the show at all, or did you just hop on now?
Bro, I haven't. My boy, my executive vice president, Jeff Koch, texted me. He said, bro, they're live, and he just sent me the number right as I'm about to pull in the McDonald's. So I'm going to call him. It don't matter, Bobby. Bobby, I go everything cold. I need no prompts. I need no. You tell me a topic, I'll tear it to pieces. I need no advance warning.
That's what we do.
Well, you know,
Well,
actually,
you got the next mayor of Fall River with you.
Sure do. So listen, I don't know if you had a chance to catch my live today, and in that live, I was pretty upfront about the participation or the lack thereof of the citizens of this city, and I used you as the example because you show up for everything, bro. You're at every single meeting. You're the voice for the people.
No,
And
no,
bro.
Hey, listen, I took a long hiatus, bro, and I even said that at the school committee. I said, listen, I don't come here all the time, so I'm not going to preach to everybody, but I do go occasionally, and none of my kids even go to the Fall River public school system, bro. Mm-hmm. But as you know, Bobby, like when I went on your show, I gave you the Rich Dad Poor Dad. I can't. Last night, Bobby, I took my wife and we went to Providence. Boomer knows probably some of the people that was there. I saw Drew Carline was there. This kid Luke, the real estate guy, Moss Home Solutions. On my days off, I'm going to learn. I care so much about education. I'll take a week off of work, and instead of going to like the Caribbean, I'll go to a seminar to learn how to buy businesses or real estate. You know what I mean? Like that's really caring about education. Yeah. What was that?
I said you wholesaling?
Oh, that was the wholesaling thing. No, but Cody Hoffline was there. So this kid was a national. Yeah, it was a wholesaling thing, but dude, it was really. I networked with everybody in this area, high level real estate people. Boomer, you know what that's about? It was only a $30 ticket, open bar for an hour. Not that that's why I went there. So now instead of just a date night, I was explaining this to my 12-year-old son. Hey, instead of, like I told my son, I said, hey, you know, I get the night off. I got a babysitter. Normally you just go out for dinner and have a good 2 hours. Like, no, I went and improved myself.
Exactly.
Hey, and Bobby, they asked, right? So Cody Hoffline, who's a nationally known dude, he goes, again, I'm pulling up to the other window to pay. One sec.
He asked you if you knew Bobby Couto, the Bobby Couto from the Bobby Couto show? He asked you that?
He said, do you know the Bobby Couto? No, he goes, you know, who had what my live was about this morning, right? He goes, who here has like a, you know, an insanely goal that you'll never reach, and but whatever. Basically, you know, Bobby, don't have limited beliefs, right?
Right.
And I have none. I think I can be president of the United States.
The best version of yourself, bro. In the constant pursuit.
100%.
Yep.
Now, Bobby, if I give myself Trump is 83, I think it is. Dude, I'm 44. Like, I can be president of the United States. I got decades and decades to fail and keep trying. And again, Jake Auchincloss is my congressman. I know I can take Bob. This guy, Boomer, is running right now for mayor. He's doing debates every night of the week. Dude, Boomer, I can go against Jake Auchincloss right now, cold, blindfold, and destroy him. Not because I'm smarter than him, but because he's a communist, bro. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, so I can, and again, I can lose.
Why do people keep voting for him, bro? Why do people keep voting for him? That's the biggest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can lose.
We are bred to do.
I can lose the election, but I can't lose the debate. You know what I mean? Because people are brainwashed, man. It is what it is. They're not ready for certain things. You know. Now I'm at the window getting the food.
All right.
Thanks for the.
So I'm still participating.
I could go for some fries.
But yeah, the whole point. Bobby, the point is, bro, as you know, and the whole personal development thing. If I didn't have all these kids with me, Boomer, I'd stop by. I'm not even done working. My wife doesn't even know. I still gotta drop off stuff at my other house on the south end. I'm still going.
You have those two lunatics over there at your place cooking up some pizzas over there, so you might want to get them back.
Hey, but listen, Boomer,
Fiorentina's got the fire going.
Dude, Dude, the Dominic Chen, just hold on for that. Hey, the Dominic Chen and Christopher takeover Fiorentina. How funny was that? Is that everything? Thank you,
Your
brother.
pizza's all coming out like egg rolls, dude. I love it.
Right.
We don't do calzones. We do egg roll pizzas. I love it.
Oh, dude, them guys are absolutely nuts.
Pizza? What
right?
the hell happened?
That was awesome.
They're experimenting with the pizza. That's awesome.
Yeah, why not, right? Just let them try it out. I let them test drive the pizza place for a couple hours. Bobby's next. I'm going to get Bobby in there making some pizzas with the aprons and everything.
I'm going to make some Portuguese pizzas, bro.
That'd be Portuguese pizzas. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is that a bad idea?
Hey, Boomer and Bobby. You guys are on tomorrow night. I might not. Nah, I'm only kidding. I got pizza guys now, but yeah, why not just do a Boomer and Bobby? We'll get Jody in there. Jody making some pizzas.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
Jordan,
there's a reason that I order food,
right? Do you struggle finding work, dude? Like people like working to work for you? Is it hard to find people to drive, dude?
Say that one more time.
Are you having trouble finding people to work for you, bro, and drive and deliver food? Like it seems like it's.
Oh, bro. Absolutely. I said that half kidding about the Fall River labor pool.
Yeah.
And again, people can trash you and be like, oh, clearly you don't pay enough. Bro, there's economics to the whole thing. You know what I mean? That goes back to like when people cry about rents and everything. And I don't say that disrespectfully. No, I'm gonna bring you right down the street. You hang on to the food for 2 seconds while I do this. Yeah, Wyatt, can you hold this? But here's the deal, Bobby. Right? People want to, everyone who's never had a business before can tell you how to run one, right? And be like, if you can't find a pizza guy, you must
never had children before telling you how to raise
them
them and educate them, right?
Right,
That's
so true.
100%, bro. Everybody, that's Fall River. That's WSAR. Everyone calls in and says how stupid Trump and Elon Musk are.
Mayor, it's everybody.
The whole school committee.
Not one of them raises a kid in the school department telling you what's better in the school department. It's wild.
Right.
Boomer, the mayor was probably going to tell Boomer last night he doesn't know how to break down an M16, right? Like that's how crazy last night was. This dude was calling Boomer like an idiot. He's like, oh, he just doesn't understand how to run a checkpoint. It's like, I was saying live in the comments, I'm like, bro, it's crazy that this lifelong guy
he got proven to be lying again on all of it. So.
I saw that. I loved Goretti, right? That was so awesome.
Had snippets that they needed and their voiceovers that they needed. But the reality is, he got called out. And he didn't get called out by me.
Goretti didn't just.
She destroyed him.
Hey, she didn't even take that. And I don't blame her, too, because he's basically. But that's all. Listen, Boomer. If you want to talk about OCPF for 30 minutes, right, of a 60-minute debate, it's because you can't say all the good things you've done for the people of Fall River.
Oh, I don't want to answer that question. I want to go back to that last question. Look, it's got red check marks on it. Dude, nobody cares if my treasurer wasn't there and a report wasn't filed. Was there money missing?
You need like binoculars.
Yeah, there was no money missing. Let's look at your budget and show me where all the money is, because there's money missing. We find money missing all the time. There's money missing in your budget, not mine.
I love when all of us try to talk. It's like the funniest thing ever because we're all like, vicious talking.
I had to screenshot it and then zoom in to try to see what was red. What was red?
Well, that's why I asked him. I said,
it's red.
I said, I gave him my time. I said, go ahead, tell him what's on there.
Fucking need binoculars,
Tell him what's on there. Yeah, but that's what he does. He knows the camera can't see it.
Magnifying glass.
He knows the camera can't see it.
Wild?
Yeah. Look, I got video right here. Look, I got endorsements right here.
Hey, all kidding aside, dude, right? Yeah. It is funny to make fun of the guy. It's like laugh or cry, because when you realize like that is the guy that's been
it's not about making fun of him.
It's not about making fun of him at all.
A lot of things make sense.
It's calling out the facts. It's not even making fun of him.
It's Fall River.
Yeah, it's really not. It's
I'm not exaggerating. The man is unqualified. He's unqualified.
And that
I agree. I agree. His results have shown that, dude. Right. It's not even an opinion.
But
it's
that's
not
why
an opinion,
the fact
right?
that he has to attack me. Remember what he said? Oh, I'm not going to talk about the negative. I'm only going to talk about the positive. And then he talked about five.
Why say that?
Right? He doesn't want to talk about the negative, but then he wants to come and attack me. You know why? Because there is no positive. There is no upside to this man being reelected. I'm sorry. There's not.
Absolutely.
There might be an upside to the people that need him to funnel the money, but there's no upside to the taxpayer and to this city, to the safety to our children, for this man to be mayor anymore. His time has come.
Oh, dude, everything is a train wreck.
He's not worthy. He's proven.
Hey, Jordan, can I ask you a question?
Everything is a train wreck, dude.
Jordan, can I ask you a question, bro?
Shoot.
How does it feel to know you can call into a radio and like they're gonna take your call, bro, and they're gonna hang up on you, bro?
It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing. Even if we all talk over each other, at least you let me call in, bro. Hey, Bobby, and all kidding aside, right? And you just came back from Portugal, and like, you know, they talk about the old communist, I don't know if it was the Sandinistas. I don't remember.
Salazar,
right? Hey. Dude, and then I sit here as an Iraq war veteran, and when I'm 17 in basic training, and Boom is a veteran too. Maybe obviously we'll always have respect for each other just for that because we both served.
I'm not qualified,
right? But dude, at 17, you're in basic training. You're in basic training, and they tell you have to go fight and die in Iraq so that when you come home you can have all these rights. And then I can't even call my WSAR hometown radio station.
How crazy is that? How crazy is that?
It's insane. The Karam should be ashamed of himself. The lady who runs it is just not a good person.
No.
She's not a good person.
You can
and
call
the
us
owners
anytime.
let her stay there, so it's not like she's going rogue. And I don't want to just bash her on them. I haven't told one person not to listen. I don't boycott people. People boycott my pizza place. I've never said don't listen to this. I've never said that once.
Listen, I've dealt with Sue.
I don't do it.
We've done plenty of things.
I don't have to partake.
We've done so many events. Boom, you got to understand, I work for them. No. You became one of them. You became one of them. That's the problem. It's not that you just work for them. She used to talk about them, and now she is. She's a robot for them. Like, come on, dude. If Karen knew half the things
what
he said
about when he says,
what she said about him?
Hey, last night Coogan says, "Oh, I never saw Boomer." Bro, this guy served his country. You're more for the veterans than Boomer is.
Did you see the pictures that I posted under that fake account on the one of Reagan's fake accounts?
Kids.
Yeah, I said it.
Boomer has signed up more kids to fight for their country than fucking Coogan has had people graduate Durfee who can actually read at their grade level in 30 years. You know what I mean, dude?
I put more kids through it and more kids through college than he has too. Hey.
100%. And
does this look like Boomer's never been to the vet's kitchen? Does this look like Boomer's never been to the vet's kitchen? Mind you, the mayor came in and I served the mayor food so he could sit down, eat, chew, and screw.
Boomer.
He didn't even help serve the food.
Boomer, that's just another petty thing.
Yeah.
Look,
that's just another petty thing that someone who can't point to their accomplishments will say.
Else. Look, serving food. Father Rob's there serving food.
Is that Photoshop?
Julie,
hold on, I just want to make sure I get all the food right. That's just what people say when they can't talk about real things.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I'll tell you what. Go to City Hall. There's a parking ticket for my truck being on the curb because I'm the one who dropped off all the turkeys and all the food to them. And the parking maid actually gave me a ticket for delivering food to the veterans. Coogan got a call for that. So let's be real. Don't talk about me not being there for the veterans. This man has done nothing for our veterans. Nothing.
No, I agree.
Nothing. Now, they're going to get a building. They did that. You didn't do any of it. You didn't do any of it. Stop pretending like you did something.
Wow, I love you so much.
He's done nothing for the city, nothing for our kids, nothing for our taxpayers, nothing for our elderly. Go to any elderly high rise. I want you to walk into any elderly high rise and ask them if they're voting for Paul Coogan.
Well, where's the veterans home? Do we have a veterans home? Is there a veterans home in Far River?
There's vets centers like there's the
VFW, it's not so much veterans home.
Pine Street.
There is like centers, yeah.
There's
and
no
what kind of services do they
homes for
provide?
them.
Do they provide all the services required,
bro?
They're supposed to,
bro.
But
I couldn't even.
Can't.
You know what? You know what's sad?
The VSO is trying. The VSO is doing a job.
But you can't because you know why?
I couldn't even tell you.
You don't have the footprint. You don't have.
You don't have people who've ever actually run it.
Yes.
You got people in charge of it that have done nothing.
It's not important.
What did you got?
You can grab this. We can start distributing that.
Right? It should be important,
guys,
but it's not important.
What you got?
What's up, buddy?
Bobby and Boomer. Boomer knows this, right? A friend of mine in all the political stuff. Have a seat, you. RBT. He's a homeless veteran.
Yep.
Right. He drives all around. We try to hook up with food from time to time. But like that whole thing about again, all these people. Why I keep saying like the Democrat Party is not even going to be a thing in 5 years, bro? They just gave all these people not from this country, thousands of dollars a week and housing and food and rolled out the red carpets, and you have a kid who served in the military in Fall River, like sleeping in his truck or sleeping in a parking bag. Bro, that's like criminal to me. So again, I'd love to sit down, Bobby. I'd love to sit down across from Jake Auchincloss and have conversations like that in a congressional debate.
So maybe we can make it happen.
We got like 6 studios between us.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
We have 4 chairs here.
I need a lot of signatures. Hey,
right.
and how about this? This is the sickness, though. This dude would probably get more votes than I would from Fall River. And I'm from here, from the project. So who do you think's going to represent Fall? Not Newton. He's from Newton, bro. Because, again, they gerrymander the congressional districts, right?
Because the status quo.
So he's a rich kid from...
Quo, bro. The status quo rules, bro. That's the problem.
Bro, he's a rich kid from
be a
Newton.
whole different realm of people getting in power. And the people that have been in power are not going to get the same votes. When you see the information that's coming out for these people, there's a reason they're not getting the signatures and people to sign off on things right now. There's a reason that the RDA doesn't already have the waterfront. There's a reasons for all that. Trust me, it's coming.
We'll see.
It's coming.
We'll see. Hey,
the good thing about my position on the state side is I get a lot more information on the state side than these people think I do.
Well, check it out. The first test of what you're saying is next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, coming the following, right? That's your election.
The people got to get up and vote. The people that voted for this guy 3 times don't know by now. Listen, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Insanity.
Literal definition of insanity.
But the problem. The problem is they know exactly what he's about. They know exactly what's happened in the city. They're just doing. The people who support him will do so out of self-interest, like everyone does. So they are already a part of the system.
The people that are still making just enough to live their lives comfortably, they don't care about the rest of us.
It's not insane if you're pulling the strings. If you're the one controlling things,
then you're the
mastermind.
Insane. You're the mastermind.
You see. So for us, it's asinine.
Yeah, they're right.
But for the people in power.
Good point, Dave. No, it's a good point.
Well, I tell everyone, Boomer.
It makes sense.
What you got?
I tell everyone, if you want to buck the system, right? You want real change. Who could not want change in Fall River? Who looks around Fall River and says,
people that are still making millions of dollars. They might not be making hundreds of millions, but they're making millions of dollars daily.
Yeah.
They get to do it yearly.
Will
they're still buying their fancy cars and living just enough for nobody bothers them.
Don't exaggerate it.
Dude, that made me nuts.
Don't exaggerate what happened with Will Flanagan.
Of course. I was there till 11 o'clock at night with his family the day that happened. The next day, he's talking about, I tried to get in, but he wouldn't see anybody. No, he won't see you. They don't want you there.
Of course.
You are responsible for the city.
I can't believe he tried playing that off like that.
It's his fault. Yeah. The reason this city has all these people from all over the freaking state coming here, living on the streets here is because of him. He is directly responsible for the homeless problem. He's directly responsible for our crime. He is directly responsible for our education. Yes. His policies and lack of leadership is exactly why we are where we are. I don't care. I don't need to know the exact numbers, but I know his numbers are false.
Right. So with that said, hold on. With that said, I think we have to stress the point, Jordan, I know you'll agree, is that if people don't show up to vote, then this is all in vain. None of it matters.
No,
so
I mean,
absolutely.
We have to tell people.
We're waking up people. We are waking some people up.
They got until
there are
Saturday.
people that voted for him before that aren't voting for him anymore. So we are getting to some people. Are we getting to enough? We're going to find out on November 4th.
We have to find out. Yeah, so go register to vote right now.
The voter apathy is a big problem.
Please go register to vote. And we mentioned it. We're giving away a $100 gift card to anyone who goes ahead and registers to vote and then takes a screenshot and puts it in the chat of this live cast. All right?
How many views been on the cast so far?
Let's do it.
How many comments are on there? Do we have anybody who sent?
We have to register to vote. We have to. Hey, real quick, Jordan, not to get off subject, but I know you're working with Christopher real close, and you guys are working on some big projects. Any momentum with that? Anything big coming? I know that there's a lot of talk with you guys.
1 second.
He's getting yelled at. He found his wife.
He's eating his Big Mac. What's the number 9? Is that like a? Is the number 9 like a Whopper? Is that a Whopper? Is that not a Whopper?
No, that's
quarter pounder. I mean,
quarter pounder meal is number 2.
What's the number 9?
3. Number 3. Quarter pounder is 2. Double quarter pounder is 3 because I'm a fat kid and I eat there.
Jordan, what's the number 9?
Don't judge me.
Say that brother. Don't mind me. I walked in my house. I had to do something real quick, but I'm back in the cup. What were you asking me? If we're doing anything food collaboration?
No. So for my first question to you was, I know you and Chris were working together. You have the Save the City campaign going on, and I just wasn't curious if there was anything you wanted to mention while you had an opportunity. People that are listening, so that they know what's happening.
Absolutely. So here's the real deal, bro. Here's the real deal. I'm very glad you asked me about that. And I said this to Boomer. Even if Boomer unfortunately were to lose, he still can do what I want to do, Bobby, is, again, as a libertarian, I don't really want much to do with the government. You know what I mean? I'd rather, and it was Chris's idea because I was like, dude, long story short, I was like, oh, we can do this with the city, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, dude, we don't really need anyone's permission. We can just do it ourselves. And like, I needed Chris to tell me that. Like, that's how stupid I am. So I just started thinking in my head, I'm like, again, it all started with like between 1 week I went to Salem, and then the next week I went to, the week before I went to Waterfire. So in like 7 days, I'm like, why the fuck is there places not that far from here that are like actually cool to go to? And there's nothing in Fall River, right? And it was so easy. Like Waterfire was like one guy with an amp and a guitar, and like Fall River can pull that off. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I'm gonna do, bro. Like honestly, that's what I want to do. Like kind of for the foreseeable. Is to just take Fall River, which has nothing going for itself, and people will get offended, right? But it's like, and go downtown right now. Dude, I just drove down South Main Street. South Main Street, the street itself is like
a disaster,
destroyed.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I avoid it.
Right?
There's so many streets, though. There's so many.
But Bobby, everything is so bad that like the sky's the limit for what you can do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I want to put events. I want Jody to help me. I want all of you guys to help me. And I want like the vision I have and like stuff I haven't even told you yet, but I kind of alluded to a little bit. Unbelievable. And all it is basically, you know, turn Fall River into a happening place again, you know, and better than, and again, not so like make it great again, like make it better than it ever was. Cause it can be that. It can be better than it ever was. You know what I mean? Especially with what's happened on the waterfront that's already on deck. But you can literally, like I said, I've been to Nashville, I've been to Vegas, and I don't know if people get scared when they hear references like that, but it doesn't have to be like that crazy.
Yep.
Dude, just like Newport and Bristol and, you know what I mean? Even Warren and like all these places not even far from us. You know, it doesn't take much, dude. You know, Salem is obviously off the charts. Salem is off the charts, and Fall River is a ghost town. You know,
even bringing back some of the things we already had, like the Fall River Celebrates America, bringing some of that stuff back. Like we already had that.
Hey, Bobby, people will say that. Hey, people will say that. Oh, Fall River Celebrates, bro. That's kind of like okay in the car. Bro, I'm talking like better than that. There's nothing you can reference in the history of Fall River of how amazing we can make it. Right? Like there's like, oh, let's remember that. It's like, nah, dude, like we can make it bananas. We can make the whole downtown
I love it.
Up and down, 3 level. Like when you go to Nashville, it's like, oh, Kid Rock's bar, 4 levels, different live band on every level. Right across the street, Luke Bryan. You know what I mean? And I understand there's like this isn't Nashville. You can slowly build
like it.
They won't accept it.
That's it.
Right?
That's all you're getting. Market rate housing.
But that's what I see.
Maybe D'Angelo's.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
I think we need to figure out who lives in the city.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Who lives in the city?
And again,
what do they want? Do they want those things? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we want those things.
No, the people want
let me ask you this.
You're saying the people want those
people
things.
Absolutely want a nightlife, want entertainment, want places to go, want places for their kids. Absolutely. The people are starving for something.
I'd like to have a nice place to take Melissa out.
Of course.
If I was going to take her out, Melissa, on a date, I wanted to have a nice place to take her.
You mean, Melissa,
take her to the
you crush. To
the 6th floor to meet her idol.
Right?
It's like a Jonas Brothers concert.
She left, by the way. I don't know what happened.
Saying that she got blocked. Nobody blocked her.
Nobody blocked. Nobody blocked. We would never block anybody.
I'm not saying nothing.
We are. Listen, we're not WSAR. We don't block.
Jody, can you put your phone up to the microphone? I want Jordan to hear what your ringtone is. Jordan, you there?
Fake accounts. We do it all.
I'm here. I'm listening.
Right,
don't mind me. I'm moving sheets of plywood. I swear to God. While I'm talking to you, my phone is in one hand, and I'm
listen
listening.
to this. Hey, this is
loading up my van with plywood.
This is Jody's ringtone. You ready? Are you listening? Are you listening? All right, you ready?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Here it comes.
Oh God.
Can you hear that, bro?
A little bit, yeah. Hilarious.
Dude, it's you, bro. It's you.
Did you see that meme? He made you a meme, by the way. He made you a meme.
Used to be.
That's hilarious.
Dude, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you always stepping up to the city, man, and doing what nobody else is willing to do.
Let me say one thing. Bobby, let me say one thing real quick. in the whole context of like saving Fall River, right? Yeah, I want to do a bunch of stuff. I've been talking to Jerry Donovan, and this week the owner of the Eagle, he's like, "Oh, dude, I got a lot going on to get back to."
I agree. Man.
Listen, there's other venues and stuff, there's other things we could do, but in the whole context of that whole conversation, I'm like, I gotta find a bag of stuff. Hold on. Hey, I'm like, hey, I said, dude, you know, you can make downtown like cool where people would want to go. And somebody's like, you know, one of the thousands of trolls on Facebook, they're like, oh, the mayor doesn't have to be cool. And he's like, mayor doesn't have to be cool. I'm like, what do you think Paul Coogan, you think he has any idea of like how to make like a happening like downtown or waterfront? Like I would vote for Jody. I would vote for Jody for mayor over Coogan. Like the kid's a young kid. He knows what, like, you know, he knows what's fun to him at least. Paul Coogan's night is like fucking, what do you call it? Like Golden Girls marathon or something.
Which one? Which Golden Girl?
Sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, it'd be like Matlock or something. I don't know what the hell that guy. But you know what I'm saying? I think
that's why our
the guy is not gonna have a
friends they drink together.
Right, man.
You know, someone said, I don't know who said it.
Yeah.
Was it you? It was somewhere. I read it where they said that the mayor doesn't have kids. He doesn't have any kids, right?
He does not.
He doesn't have kids. But if he had kids,
I did hear that. I don't know. I honestly don't even know.
They'd be out of the school system. In other words, what the kids are going through today is not the same thing.
If he had children, we would have less lawsuits on sexual assaults because he would actually care about our kids.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
It's rough.
If you don't have kids, it doesn't affect your life.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another caller.
We do.
All right, Jordan. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, Jordan. We love you, buddy.
You got another call? All right. Hey. No, it's all good. But like I said, hey, no, one thing real quick. I'm going to leave you on real quick. I've been on the phone with you guys a half hour. Like, real talk, you got a chance in a couple days to turn the whole thing around with Boomer. And I always tell people, I'm like, listen, you don't know what's going to happen with Boomer. That's clearly a learning curve. Coogan's on like a 6-year learning curve. You know what I mean? So you have to give him some grace. But we know Coogan's a known quantity. It's been absolute failure, bro, for 6 years. So I'm like, I'm all in,
like
you know?
Brighton Street Bridge. It opened up and he fell in. There's no curve, dude.
Yeah,
like, he's not learning. He knows exactly what he needs to know. Where to funnel the money, how to get it done. That's all he needs to know. He doesn't need to know how to run the city.
I think, hold on, Boomer. I think Trump had it best.
Give us 2 minutes.
I think Trump had it best. Listen, he all I need is like 20 seconds. Hey, Trump had it best, and he offended so many people when he's like, black voters, what do you possibly have to lose? Right? And people kind of took it the wrong way, but he was kind of right. Like, the Democrats don't represent black people, bro. That's a fucking fairy tale. So same thing. People in Fall River, like, what do you have to lose going with Boomer?
Right?
You know, you really don't have. It can't get that much worse. You know, the kid's not an incompetent person. So I'm going with Boomer. I think everyone should go with Boomer, and we'll see what happens. And that's it. I appreciate all you guys.
Go register to vote.
Go register to vote. I appreciate you. All right, whoever just called in, you can call
Later,
in.
fellas. Have a good night.
Later, brother.
You too, buddy.
You too.
Peace out. Peace out.
Have a good night. I hope your pizza shop's still there when you get there.
If you listen,
Molotov.
If you're leaving, listen. If you're coming to Fall River to do something, what is it?
Live, because you can't afford to do it somewhere else.
No. Hear me out. If I want an activity,
okay,
right. So I'll give you an example. It's Friday night, Saturday night, right? I'm gonna round up my peeps, and we're gonna go out to where?
We're leaving.
Right, we're leaving the city.
We're leaving.
We're leaving the city. We're going to Providence. We're going.
Yes.
Right. We have nothing. No.
They got karaoke at the Tipsy.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
My daughter loves karaoke at the Tipsy. The Tipsy's doing it good.
We do have things.
We have a couple of things.
But it's seasonal. That's seasonal, though. Go ahead.
We have another caller in.
Go ahead.
Welcome to the show. Who's this?
Hey,
hello.
Mike, is this the Bobby Show?
It sure is.
Hey, man, this is Ricky.
Welcome to the show, Ricky. Welcome to the show, Ricky.
Yeah, Bobby, the Bobby Show. Is this the Bobby Show?
It is, yes.
It is.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Ricky. I just moved up from Halifax with my cousin because she got a job here in Massachusetts, and we wanted to move to Fall River because it's a Trump city, and we got to raise our kids right in the Trump city. So my question for that mayor, the man want to be a mayor. I got a question. That man's going to be the mayor?
He is.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do, Ricky. He's trying to get there.
What's your question, buddy?
Well, I've been in the Marines about 12 years.
Thank you for your service.
And yes, thank you. I heard you was a veteran as well.
I am.
I moved here, and the first damn day I got in the city, I see nothing but winos and gays. I want to know, as a veteran who fought for this country, believes in God and guns, I want to know what the new mayor going to do about the gays and the winos in the Fall Rivers. What are you going to do with the mayor?
Well, we're gonna ignore half your comment.
We're gonna
it's ridiculous.
We're not. It's stupid.
So I don't care. You can troll all you want. I don't care if you're a veteran or not. You're not gonna hate on a culture of people. You're not gonna hate on people just because they're gay or not. That's first.
I agree.
People being addiction, things like that. We're gonna work with them. We're gonna fix that. People that are abusing the system and doing that stuff. Obviously, it's a different issue. So you're talking about two different things, and it's just ignorant, personally.
I came here. They had a little parade in the house of the government.
Sure they did. Listen, you can troll all you want. You're trolling the wrong one, bro. I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to say something stupid that you want to say, so you want to use it. It's not going to happen. So you can keep trying.
Well, I'm voting Republican anyway, so you got my vote no matter what.
And I appreciate that. However, this type of Republican isn't against people because they're gay. So let's not get it confused. So if you want to vote for me because you think I'm against gay people, then you're voting for the wrong person. You might as well vote for the other guy. So that's one. Two, as far as the winos as you call them, listen, I get it. Our streets are bad. I had nothing to do with that. I'm trying to help clean it up. We're gonna work with that systematically. We're gonna work with cleaning our streets for sure. We're definitely gonna take care of the addiction problem and work with the addiction problem. We're gonna work with the sober houses and making sure they're sending people back where they come from after they're done and doing their part too. They're not just going to leave them on our streets anymore. So, because that's a big part of it. A lot of these people aren't from here. I would say 60, 70% aren't from here. And that's a big problem, right? It'd be much easier for us to deal with that problem if it was just our people. But it's not. We offer a lot of services here. A lot of people get sent here for those services. A lot of money comes with those people. And
we got to get them out. We got to get them out. We got to get them. We got to get the hell out.
All right, Ricky.
We're going to work on it.
Yep, we're going to work on it, Ricky. Thanks for calling the show, brother. We appreciate the support, man. You have a good one, man. Thanks for calling the show. All right. Dude, that was you know what? I was okay with it with the terrible southern accent, dude. I can't deal with it. I just can't. That fake accent was killing me. You know what I mean? You know?
That was weird.
I'd have let it go if it wasn't so obnoxious.
That was so weird.
I was kind of hoping it was going to be funny. Like it was going to be funny, but it wasn't even funny.
Like I said, I'll answer to anybody. Don't call in with ignorant stuff. I'll tell you right now, my daughter's gay, so that's a good way to get punched in the face. That's the reality.
Sure.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
I agree.
Yes, I'm running for office. Yes, I'm running for mayor. But I will always be a father first.
It's like to double down on that, bro. Because my son is gay, so it's kind of like
we're all connected.
You have somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, right? I don't care. Like that stuff doesn't bother me. Do I think the mayor has to be involved in every parade and nonsense? No, I don't. That's totally different. But talking about a population. Just because they don't do exactly what you do, that's on you. That shows ignorance, and that's the whole other side that ruins this stuff.
That dude called like 4 times. He called like 4 times.
So don't bother. Don't waste your time.
That was so stupid.
If you believe that way, go vote for the other guy. I'm sure he doesn't care. I know he blames minorities for his poor education. He blames everybody else for all kinds of other stuff. He might agree with you more, but I don't.
You know what? It's funny to me why always people like throw religion in there first. They're like, I'm Catholic, I'm Christian, and it's always
they just want to make Republicans. Right? What he wanted to do was try to make Republicans look ignorant, look bad. He's not a real Republican. He's just out there being stupid and using a voice changer and doing those things. I can probably almost guarantee you who it is, but who cares? Right? You're an idiot. You'll always be an idiot. And there's a reason that you have to call and use fake accounts. And that's on you. And I'll call it out for what it is.
Real quick, Haley, how are we doing over there in the chat? How's it going over there?
Pretty okay. Nobody's really
Yeah, I've seen some comments that needed some answers and stuff. But
pretty good with like politely checking people, and I'm good at politely humbling.
well, tell them to call in. Listen, if they have something to say,
she has.
Listen,
She's been doing
also
very good. I've been watching her.
Everybody's brave on a keyboard. Everybody's brave on a keyboard. They don't call, right? You know why they don't call? Because it's fake accounts and they're afraid. And they know they'd have to come out and you'll tell them who they are.
We take in all phone calls as they come in. We had no idea that was coming through. We had no idea what they were going to say. Clearly, it was somebody who was trying to obviously...
To make me look bad.
To make you look bad. That was dumb.
You are not the first one. You will not be the last.
Or there's the other side. They were trying to make, let's call it in and whatever. And do a little prank. It's fine.
And that's fine. Have fun. But don't be ignorant when you're having fun.
Don't be ignorant and go from there.
I'm all for having fun. I'm all for making it funny.
Yeah. So words to the wise.
And have fun, but
continue with the southern accent, even though it was trashy. Just keep it.
Can I tell you my favorite part of the night? My favorite part of the night so far was listening to Jordan order McDonald's in the drive-thru.
Dude, isn't that wild? That's wild. That's wild. That's wild.
Guys, his wife's bitching about the bills next month.
Listen,
he's like, dude, because you're spending money at McDonald's instead of paying for our own food.
What would you say? What would you say is the biggest thing that we don't have coming from City Hall? Right, transparency. Right, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
We're fed. Listen, and it goes from like from City Hall to the state to the federal. Right, we're fed garbage all day long. It's nice to see this because anybody can call in.
Yeah.
We told Melissa to call in.
I'm here for it.
We don't know who this gentleman was. He called in. The lines are open.
Yeah. You don't have to like me. I get it. You don't have to vote for me.
This is transparency.
Dave Oliveira
hates me.
Hates me.
Does that make
somebody
sense, guys?
told him I'm such a horrible person. Dave Oliveira hates me. Call in. I'll answer your questions. I have no problem with that.
I am 50 years old. I very rarely admit that. But I will tell you this, and the only reason I mention this is because, Boomer, I've been living in this city my whole life, and the mayor of this city has never been as accessible as you are. Period.
And he never will be.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
like
believe it or not, Jazel was. I think Jazel was.
Jazel was great.
And and Flanagan absolutely was.
He was my guy. I liked him.
But you had a family
But here's the thing. Were you really paying attention then?
Not even.
Let's be real. Like how many were really paying attention at that point, right?
Right.
I spoke to him twice.
I don't think we were, right?
Right.
So
100%.
I think if we were paying attention, we tried. Because when I went and talked to him, he answered. Yo, Will, I used to work for the military out here, and I used to recruit in Fall River, I used to recruit in Brockton and do all that stuff. Yeah. So I dealt with the city all the time. I have awards from the school committee when Mayor Flanagan was on the school committee. Yeah. I have awards from them for working with Dr. Braunhard. We would go in and teach classes and work with the kids and try to get them ahead and do those things, doing bridge programs. I would come and teach for them because they didn't have teachers. They didn't have enough. We would come and teach for them for free. Cost the city nothing.
Right.
The Army National Guard has teachers. We have professionals. We have people that will come in and work with the city and help you. Not only that, they will recruit for you with your jobs.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's like
do you know that our police department is still so understaffed? Our fire department is so understaffed. You know that we have those people in the Army National Guard that are looking for jobs.
Recruit them right in.
Yeah. We recruit you right in.
Yeah. So why don't they? So why don't they? That's a great point.
That's a great question.
Why wouldn't
you
they?
want my assumption? I can give it to you, but it's an assumption,
control?
Right?
Is it control?
You control the money. You control it, right? Nobody's got to expect anything. If you're always understaffed, you can always use the fear mongering to get more money. If you're staffed and everything's going well, do you need more money?
Because I agree with you, dude. I think tapping into the military
is always it.
Like the fact that you were a recruiting officer, like you have the ability to see that, right? So not just like the
I was the top recruiter in the state 4 times. I know how to recruit people.
But all of them, all the branches, right? I remember in high school, dude, they would show up once a year and they would talk to everybody and be like,
believe
hey.
it or not, our schools used to lock us out.
Right?
They would lock us out. We have people we have people in the school department that hate the military. Well, you don't get money if kids go to the military. You only get paid if they go right into college. There's money involved. Our children are commodities. That's going to stop. Our kids and our parents, teachers, everybody's going to be educated. They're all going to have access to every option. College isn't for everybody. Trades aren't for everybody. Kids need to do something. Some kids just need to get out of here to get away from the element that they're in. So they're not getting gunned down or stabbed in the middle of the street. No exaggeration. It's reality.
Bro, he went for the kill.
So it's not happening.
He went in for the kill.
Military, whether it's Marines, Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, I don't care what it is. There are options for people that they have no idea about. They open doors for me that I never would have had open.
Yeah, weak people are easy to control. So if you build strong people, they're very difficult to control, right?
So are weak leaders, apparently.
All right. Listen, I have a question.
What you got? Glad somebody.
Are you in favor of the citizens of Florida, the respectable ones? I mean, when I say the respectable ones, the ones that follow the law and whatever, not committing crimes like stabbing people in the neck, right?
Yeah.
Are you in favor of the Second Amendment?
You're just exaggerating.
Are you in favor of the Second Amendment? People being
absolutely
citizens,
absolutely, and the whole gun licensing process is going to be expedited for the city.
I mean,
if the state has a problem with it, then we'll try to fight that at that level. But for the city, stop making people wait 6, 7, 8 months. It doesn't take you that long to investigate people. You can literally run my license plate and find out everything you need to know about me. Stop telling me that it takes. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Stop telling me it takes 6 months to get somebody approved for a gun license because it does not. It does not.
No,
it's a state thing. They're taking their time. They're slowing it down.
Control.
Stop it. If they are qualified and they're
100%.
eligible, it is your right to have a gun.
Yeah.
I have a gun on me 99% of the time. The only time I don't is when I'm on school grounds. I'll respect that part. And even that I think is stupid. Because I would be the one guy that would stand there and fight to make sure that our kids are safe.
Yeah.
So I think it's stupid, but I respect it.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff, welcome to the show, buddy.
What's going on, Jeff?
How's it going?
What's up, bro?
How are you?
Hey, this question for Boomer. Boomer, I have my wife's niece. We foster her, and she is at Durfee. She is not getting the help that she needs. She has an IQ of like 52. They got algebra. She can't even add and subtract.
Yeah.
Like what type of help could we get into?
So here's the problem. We are not addressing kids' IEPs correctly. We've been found guilty by the state. We are currently under DOJ investigation for how we deal with our IEPs and our special needs. So you're going to be the biggest advocate. I would highly recommend you reach out and get a child advocate, get an advocate to work for you. It's not an easy process, but you have to keep doing it. If you want to message me after this, I will get some information for you and try to help you the best I can from, again, I'm just a dad just like you. So you need to fight the schools. You need to make it public that they're not helping, that they're not doing it, but they need to understand she's not at that level. They're going to pass her anyway. That's the problem, right? Like I have an 8-year-old right now that does not belong in 3rd grade. I fought to tell them that he needs to stay back. It's his first time. He's a behavior. He's this. His behaviors are amazing. He's a great little kid. He can definitely push your buttons, but he's a great little kid. But he's so far behind educationally because the system they didn't know what to do with him when he acted out. He was in foster care. He was in several different homes. They didn't know what to do with him, so they just threw him in a room, right? They didn't educate him. But the school system moves them along because they make money on it. Our kids are not going to be commodities anymore. We're going to educate our kids. And if we have to hold you back, we have to hold you back, especially at the parents' consent, because we know our children and we want them to be educated. And sometimes it's harder. But they also were educating kids to MCAS, right? They were teaching to a test. Teachers weren't allowed to teach kids at their ability. I'm going to make sure that we can teach them to their abilities again. And I'm going to make sure the money's in the classrooms for these teachers to be able to do that. We're also going to look for that kind of education, those kind of teachers. We're going to look for those special education teachers. I would rather pay a special education teacher 6 figures instead of paying 16 different school administrators to sexually assault our children. I would absolutely pay teachers what they're worth because we need the education. And not all kids learn the same way. And some kids are just behind. Some kids fundamentally are behind, developmentally are behind. And we need to recognize that. And we need to work with that. Bringing the special education system to the city instead of paying millions of dollars to other cities to go and do it. If you look at if you look in the budget, we're paying millions to educate children outside of the city for special needs instead of bringing those educators here and having people pay us to educate their children. So we are doing it wrong because we don't want to deal with the problem. But we are going to work on it. But as of right now, you definitely need to advocate for that child. You need to get an educational advocate. I have the name of one, and I could probably help you get that because like I said, I've worked with her. Mine is through DCF because they were foster children, so I don't know how the process works on the civilian side. Maybe get DCF involved. It sounds to me like they were at some point, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're still in the process of
adoption,
trying to adopt her.
Correct. So so right now, DCF is involved. Ask them for an educational advocate for that child, and they will absolutely get you one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think another problem with the school system too, we don't have enough paras. Like my stepson was a para for Fall River. They let him go because he couldn't handle 28 kids to one para.
As he shouldn't. Just like no teacher should.
Like,
and they probably had him being the teacher.
In the Bedford schools.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, we have paras that are getting hit with computers and laptops and stabbed with scissors in classrooms. They're not reporting it. I have the videos. I can show them. I have the videos. I'm just waiting until a little closer. We have it all. We know what they're hiding. Yeah. But I agree. Our paras and teachers, the money's going back to the paras and the teachers. The teachers need the paras. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not saying the teachers aren't qualified and can't handle it. It's too many kids.
What are the paras? Can we just explain that?
Paraprofessionals are they're like teacher assistants almost, right? But our schools use them totally incorrectly. They use them to babysit troubled kids, or they use them to teach classes because they don't have teachers. Like the administration is way overpopulated, way overpaid, and the teachers and paras are getting the bottom of the barrel nonsense.
Yep.
The money needs to go that way, and we need to get rid of your kids will never be educated in an office full of vice principals and coaches and all these other nonsense positions that we create to spend the money. Right? The custodians have 10, not supervisors, district managers.
That's
10.
crazy.
10 six-figure incomes.
How many schools do we have?
And then we have supervisors that are in every school.
Yeah.
So we have
top heavy.
We have like 40 supervisors essentially,
right,
making six figures. Why? The ones in the schools, I get it. You got to make sure things are done.
Consolidate all the schools so there'd be less of that.
We are
that the whole idea behind that?
I assure you, we are absolutely going to consolidate that. Yeah. The money's got to get in there, and that's where that. But those are the friends and family people, right? That's where we funnel the money. We're going to stop doing that, and I'm sorry that you're going through that with with a child, especially.
Yeah, that's sad.
I'm dealing with the same thing, but I'll tell you right now. I've advocated for them. I fought with them. I fought the system with them. I know your rights and know the rules. They have to educate that child, okay? That is their only job. They have to. And if they're not doing it, you can file a complaint with DESE, and I assure you, you will get something done. And if they're not doing their job, they will send that child and bus that child to a school that will. As much as it sucks to cost us as taxpayers money, that child's life and that child's education is more important to me than the money. And that's where the money should be going, to these children. And to the education. If we're not going to educate them and do it right, then you know what? The mayor needs to make the decision and figure it out, and the school department needs to figure it out. And if Dr. Curley can find a way to pay ransomware, pay ransoms for laptops that got hacked and not tell the people, and she can find a way to pay all these lawsuits that they say they don't have, she can find a way to educate these children, because that's her only damn job. So we will be working on that stuff for sure.
Okay. One other thing. So correct me if I'm wrong. Google was asked what was the boldest problem with the school system. He was talking about minority students.
So his words were this essentially, don't quote me, but I do have the video. His words came out to be basically that there's a lot of core issues, but the real issue is essentially that this is the first time in history that our population is less than 50% white. And we need to help those children catch up with the rest of them, meaning that my minority children and the citizens' minority children are not educated. They're the ones creating his failed system in the school system, not him, even though, minorities have been here long before this, and we were doing just fine. He basically said that the minority children are the reason that the education system is failing, and that we need to help them catch up to par with the white children. Now, I have black children and white children, and my children are all educated the same way. So I don't understand where his thought process is. And that was basically his statement. And that tells you at 76 years old, his mindset is still based in, the 40s, because let's be real, he grew up in a different era. And in that era, that was okay to talk about and blame people and do that stuff. It's not okay. And it's not even factual. That is so far from the truth. It's not even funny. So this is the mindset of the person that's in charge of your city, that basically just said the majority of the city that is minority, it's all your fault and your children's fault that his education system is failing. It's not because his friends and family are touching children and protecting each other. It's not because they have all the jobs and they're not putting the money in the classroom for the teachers. Teachers are spending money out of their own damn pockets instead. It's because our minority children aren't intelligent like white children. That's what he said. And that video's out there, and if anybody wants it, I can share it with you. I can give it to Bobby. You can put it on. I think I've actually shared it on the Bobby Couto show page. So it's on there. But that's kind of the mindset that we're dealing with these people that are in charge. Look in City Hall. Look around. Look in his cabinet. Look at every position he's ever hired somebody for. Has he ever hired a minority person?
Right.
I can't think of one minority that he's hired in 6 years. Not one.
That's crazy.
I'm still trying to think right now. I still can't think of one. I'm legit trying to think of one minority that he has hired, and I can't. What does that tell you? And I don't play a race card. Like, I'm white, right? Like, I don't play a race card. But when somebody says something like that about my children, when you say that about my children that I raise every day, that I love every day, that I have told are failing in the school system, one of them anyway, because of his situations and his IEPs and everything else that they've ignored. Where they are now,
right?
I'll tell you right now, the school system they are in now, and after speaking with certain people in the school system and getting to the bottom of things, they have been amazing. His teachers right now, amazing. The school system they're in, amazing. Unfortunately, 99% of our schools are not this school. That's the problem.
Right.
This school, 0 complaints. They are going above and beyond to make sure that he gets caught up because they know he's behind. And they also know the system, they can't really do much because IEPs, you can't keep them back. There's state and all this other nonsense. No child left behind and all this bullshit. That's the problem. So you have to advocate. And if they're in DCF, you have the best abilities right now because DCF will get those advocates much faster than you can. And the schools will listen when they know they're involved.
I'll definitely reach out to you after, and we can discuss a little more.
Absolutely,
Jeff. And if you don't mind, if you could let us know how you make out, bro. Like, let the show know, man.
No, please keep us posted.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
can't be the only one that's experiencing this, man. And I think it's important that we get to the bottom of this. I'm an advocate for the kids, and I'm always saying that if we have any future, if anything is ever going to be what we want it to be, it starts with our kids. Like, that's where we plant the seeds here. You know what I mean? It's already too late for us. So I appreciate that. Yeah, Jeff, one last question for you. Obviously the vote is in November, right, for the next mayor. What are you hoping for the next mayor of the city? What are you looking for?
Basically everything that Boomer is going to try to do. I'm voting for Boomer. So everything that he's,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Going to try to do, that's what I'm all for.
Well, I appreciate you, Jeff, man. Jeff, listen, I just want to say this, and this is off the record between me and you, buddy. I know you're a good guy, and I want you to know that, and I appreciate you, bro. And I also appreciate you always being a fan of the show and supporting me and what we do here, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro.
No problem, buddy.
Have a good one, bro.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Ya boy Loco.
Yo.
What's up, buddy?
Am I on the show?
You're on the show, buddy.
You are the show.
This isn't just me and you talking, buddy.
It's no longer about
he was
me.
just about to get sexy with me. You can't do that. We're live, bro. You can't do that.
No Bobby sexy time.
That's why I was asking. You know what I mean? It's past my.
I'm glad you I am glad you asked first, though. I am glad you asked first for sure. Would have been really uncomfortable. Gonna get another $10 million lawsuit.
Hey, Loco, you got to ask him that one question you've been asking everybody.
Who's this, Jody?
It's Jody.
Jody.
The hell? I feel like I'm on the party line, but the new version.
Like 1995.
It is the party line, bro.
Age, sex, location, baby.
Yeah.
I just dated.
That was good.
That was good, right? I just dated us.
Yeah, you
big
did.
time.
I'm hearing AOL come in.
What question? I don't even know what you.
He's probably talking about the Latinas question. You already asked me that. You already asked me about the Latinas.
I know a question, but go ahead. Go ahead,
bro.
Go ahead, boy.
No, I was just gonna call because I wanted to congratulate you guys. I see your show is doing very well,
Thank
and
you.
I'm not gonna take credit. I'm not gonna take all the credit. You know what I'm saying? You guys got 10 viewers, and look at you now. You know what I mean? Every 20 minutes, I come back into your live, I see 50 plus. So,
I've been noticing you've been coming in and out of this conversation going on. Yeah. You join, you're watching. I see it. No, he's active. He's being involved.
Oh yeah. Wow.
I'm home with the kids alone and chilling, but I keep tapping back in to see what you guys are talking about. But I was in there earlier when all right, so here we got a politic on the show, so we got to talk politics.
Sure.
So I'm gonna get my hat on. Let me put my hat on.
The politics work for the citizen, so you can talk citizen too. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 4 citizens here.
Yeah. Who? There's 4 there?
There's 4 here.
There's actually 5.
We have a 5. No, well, 4.
Well, there's 4 in a politic is what he meant.
Oh, yeah, 4 in a politic.
Yeah, see?
He no longer associates with me. I'm no longer on his level.
He's a politic.
I'm beneath
He
you
just
now.
said it.
I'm a politic. He's a citizen. He's above me.
Correct.
That's what he was trying to say.
He's gonna be working for us, so he's on the outside.
That's right.
He's on the outside, even though we knew him on the inside. We know you on the inside.
Define that. They're gonna start thinking I was in prison.
On the inside, I'm talking about your heart, bro. We know you on the inside.
All right. Just making sure.
Coogan's gonna highlight it in red.
It's a different inside. I want to make sure.
He served time.
Dude, you killed it at that No Kings rally. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, you did great.
Great
job,
job,
by the way.
You totally killed it.
It's gonna be outside the city. It's outside City Hall. When I get in.
I wish I would have. I'll be honest with you. I wish I would have funded that.
Yeah. Just let everybody know though, it's gonna air on Netflix.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a special. It's gonna be a special.
Did you see that dude on Channel 12 when he took his microphone? The guy's like, "Yo, I can't give you that."
He didn't know what to do. But he knew he was in Fall River. He was worried about getting stabbed.
Bro,
He knew it.
He looked scared.
He looked scared.
He
thought he was gonna lose his job.
He was terrified of Loco.
Bro,
I just went to go have fun. Jody was with me.
We know that, but anybody that doesn't know you, you know what I mean? They don't know what's going on.
Well, I think it was interesting. I think if I had this conversation earlier with somebody, if you would have worn, let's say, any kind of like shirt or hat that said otherwise,
MAGA, anything
right,
MAGA,
or like Trump supporter, or you're a Republican or conservative or whatever, opposite of what you've worn that day,
nobody would have talked to you.
Nobody would have talked to you.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have had the interaction that you had, which says so much though. It says that we've been programmed
to shut.
We've been programmed to not have conversations anymore. Like we
judge everybody based on their thought process.
Correct.
100%.
Oh, you have a D next to your name.
Yes.
You're the enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, trust me,
and
I'm
it's
the enemy.
crazy.
That's for sure.
It's crazy that he had to wear a shirt to blend
Just a
in.
king-ding-a-ling.
To ask, hey,
I'm blending.
Hey, to ask the same questions that he
Yes.
would have asked already.
Anyway, yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So you take the same person, right? And he has a
I'm
MAGA hat
highly
on, right? You have a MAGA hat on.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they don't want to talk to you. But now all of a sudden, you put on a different hat. And all of a sudden, it supports them. And all of a sudden, like, okay, now you're one of us. But you're asking the same fucking questions.
But that's why
Yes.
nobody learns. Because nobody.
When are we gonna
nobody
just
wants
open
to
our
listen
eyes?
to the other side? Nobody wants to
What
learn.
the hell? But go ahead. But go
I say
ahead.
all the time. We probably agree. 80%.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I like David's take on that. So I'm highly aware of our current state in the United States. So my original plan, you can ask Jody, I was going to dress up in drag, and that's not making fun. I was really going to go the whole, make sure I'm one of them, and just to ask normal questions. But I was like, I don't know if I can play.
I thought you
do the
already
drag thing.
dressed in drag, dude. I'm confused. But go ahead.
So yes, currently. But listen, no, I'm trying to blur the lines. There's like a line to the left, there's a line to the right. So I'm trying to,
Talk about
if
lines on the
anybody,
street, somebody's gonna come up with a straw.
Right.
if you watch the full video, I know Bobby probably would.
I
don't
did,
know
bro.
if it
I
made
watched the whole thing from start to finish, bro, and I laughed the whole time through. Howard Stern was hilarious, bro. Hilarious.
Oh, dude, I was just talking the other day about Howard Stern. Gold.
Perfect timing.
So anyway, I just I have more stuff like that I'm gonna be doing, but
You're doing a good job. You're entertaining the people. I think you're doing a good job.
Loco, can I ask you a question, bro? Can I ask you a question, dude? It's a little personal. But I need to ask you because I need to know because I don't know the truth and I want to know the truth, and I want to give you an opportunity to clear the air. A video came across my phone the other day about you on the ground getting beat up by a bunch of people. Is that a real video, bro, or is that just like somebody throwing something out there? Can you speak to that? Is that possible? Can you please speak to that?
I can speak to it, but yeah, I got to speak to it off the. You know what? I don't even care because I don't. Here's my thing: is people who are involved. It's a real video.
Okay, all right.
The context of the video is false. There's a racist organization in Fall River that decided to post the video, who I don't get along with, and they, that's why I don't know why they decided to describe it the way they did.
Yeah.
But that was not the narrative. The facts of the matter is, back in August, I attended a booking. I believe, or I know because I don't use. I was roofied. Ended up walking the streets of Fall River and got jumped by like 4 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Wow.
I was defenseless. So yeah, there is a video that went out there of me getting jumped.
Okay.
And I was alone.
Yeah, but dude, you were roofied, bro.
Well,
is that what happened to you?
That's the thing. I woke up two days later, like, where the fuck have I been?
Wow.
What happened to me?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
dude, I
so
appreciate you
it
talking
took-
about that, man. It's out there, and like I wanted to make
Well,
sure you were
it's-
okay, dude. It was just crazy.
I didn't know all the facts until I actually saw the video. So I had bits and pieces over the weeks. Oh, this one said this happened. This one said this happened. You know, and now I have all the facts. One of the people involved is a city official. Well, I don't want to say an official.
Yeah.
Is a employee.
Okay.
So I could take it different ways. I could take it back to the old way and go handle it, or pay somebody to handle it, or I could just fucking keep it moving and just watch who I put myself around.
Yeah,
because
man. I think that's probably the wisest thing to do, bro. You know what I mean? Really, honestly, because your purpose. I hope you don't mind me speaking for you, bro. But that's not your purpose, bro. You know, you have a major, big purpose here, and it's not that garbage, dude. You know what I mean? You're doing so many great things for so many people, and I think that's just going to take you off course, bro.
I've learned over the years you can't really control. Well, you can't at all control what other people say or do. You can only control what you do. And I'm going to tell you, I was tying up the sneakers, you know, mentally in my head when I saw the video, because like there's, you know, I don't want to say too much, but there's things that I've done in the past that would have been, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Things would be handled differently today. Right.
It's like a complete 100% turnaround. So, but you know, some people, unfortunately, we live in a city where, you know, maybe there will be change with a new mayor, or new this, new that.
There's no maybe. There will be.
No, I don't mean procedures and shit. I mean like whole culture. You know what I'm saying? Like this city is. Listen, about 7-8 years ago, I left the city and talked about it. And I was still in New England, but I talked about a city, and nothing good was said about the city. Mm-hmm. It like woke me up to like what is really the city we're labeled as, you know. And unfortunately, what happened to me, what happened to Mayor Flanagan, this is Fall River.
Yeah.
A mayor changing, it's not going to change it overnight. It's in politicians.
Culture.
It's not going
to. Yeah, it's a culture. You're right.
It's people. So like, if I can be one person who says, okay, I you know, I don't need to do this and do that in retaliation. You know, I can fucking just keep doing me. You know what I'm saying? If more people start thinking like that, you know, clear people. I'm not talking about people who are suffering from mental addiction and regular all of that. I'm clear-headed people who start making better choices in life.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
The city will change. You know, so it's like it's just unfortunate where we live, and you know. I don't know. That's not why I called. I can't believe you got me. I feel like talking to my fucking therapist.
No,
right
bro.
now,
listen, bro. Listen.
Hey,
you know
how we are.
Same time next Thursday. I got you,
dude. You know I love you, brother. And you're a fan of the show. You're a part of the show, and I consider you my brother, bro. And when I saw that, I know you and I didn't even talk about it, and I saw it, and then and as soon as I have an opportunity, I wanted to give you the opportunity to get ahead of that, dude, because you know I could see.
You know, I talk to my girl. My girl's like, you know what? You should post a fucking video. It'll get fucking millions of views because you're posting it. But it's like it's not going to solve anything because what's it going to do? It's going to get somebody fired from a state job.
Yeah.
It's going to get fucking a couple of people probably fucking their heads cracked in. You know what I mean? It's not going to solve anything.
Yeah.
But I'm a little upset what happened, but I'm also upset with people who want to go and tie me to and say fucking things like about you know, you guys know
whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It was stupid.
Bro, come on, man. Like, you want to make fucking jokes about somebody that's crossing the line. And like I said, it came from a racist platform who's out always constantly saying, you know, politically incorrect, homophobic, fucking racist comments all the time. So what else can you expect from that platform?
Sure.
But you know. But it's also
Yeah, but listen, real quick on a good note, just walking us out of here. You have an event coming up. Can you tell us about that?
I do have an event coming up. It's in Worcester. It's at Electric Haze. It's a 70s party. We're all going to be dressed up like the 70s. And I got a bunch of artists performing. We're shooting a music video there. We got a limo from the 80s. We're going to be in the video, doing music videos.
Hey, can I be in the video?
You got to show up.
Anybody can be.
Can I be in the video?
Free to get costume. I'm not costume, but like. All you got to do is, So yeah, Electric Haze, November 1st, 9 p.m.
How do people get tickets? How do people get tickets?
You walk in and you have to be dressed up, and that's how you get in.
That's it. Okay.
You have to be in the 70s theme.
All right.
What's your question?
So this is a solely funded fucking thing, and I'm making the event free. So it's like I'm spending again a bunch of money for people to have a good time because I want to have a good time and I want to get good content out of it. So. I know it's nowhere near. It's an hour away, but if anybody wants to pull up there, we'll be up there. In Worcester.
Awesome.
Yeah, I did have an idea, a question for the future mayor, but you guys fucked me all up.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. We got time. What you got?
What, you can't think of it?
Well, so you're a real estate guy too. So Jordan was, when I came in here earlier, Jordan was talking about having an event center. Mind you, Bernardo's Boxing is an event center. You can throw events there. I don't know about the Eagle so much. They're on the other side of the fence, so I'd stay away from them. Yeah, Bernardo's Boxing is an event center. But my question, since you obviously know the realty, and I little tapped into it a little bit, and I can't remember the facts, but the Bank Street Armory, the situation with that, like, that should be an event center. Like, it's right off the fucking highway. You have all the lights when they come off the bridge. You're like, there it is. You know what I mean? It's like when you get off of the bridge on the highway in Providence, and there's their center. Like, there could be a center like what Jordan's saying. It's just obviously it would take a few people. So if anybody who's listening wants to throw in, I'll throw in and we can fucking get it going. Because it was like these memes that you watch. If you have 5 friends and you all open an LLC and then you get a PPE loan and then those things. I don't remember.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like so you must know about that building. That building is for sale, right? Is that what's going on with that building?
So the city still owns the building. Somebody wanted to develop it. They said no. Here we are with the building still. I don't want it to be market rate housing either. I have a few ideas with it, but obviously, unlike the current administration, I'm not going to go in there and be a dictator. What I want to do is I want to present 3 options to the people and the city council and come up with the best option that suits the city. One of those options is with the veterans. So I'll tell you that right now. But it doesn't mean it still can't be an event center. I just want it to be somehow, some way where it benefits the veterans, essentially letting them utilize the building, right? So,
is it empty right now? It's empty.
Yeah,
we don't use the building.
It needs a lot of work. Yeah, it needs a lot of money, a lot of work, and which is why I wanted to put homeless money into this stuff.
Gotcha.
So, so let's say the veterans go in there, right? We fix it up, we rehab it. The veterans go in there. Now it generates income for the veterans and the city. Right. So they work it, they get paid, they got jobs. It's an event center. They work the events, they get paid for those things. So a lot of ways to help the citizens, help the city, and help the veterans. I would love to see that place be used. I don't know if it's possible, but put some kind of restaurant in there, something in there that generates income throughout the day. Maybe just does breakfast and lunch. So this way, veterans aren't working or whatever.
We can get the homeless off the street, though. I mean,
I wanted to put veteran housing in there.
There's so many things you can do with an empty building.
We have a ton of them, and that's the thing. There's so much to do, but again, you got to think about financing and stuff, right? You got to think about the money, right? Without raising taxes and doing this stuff. So my goal is to figure out the funding, getting public safety up to par. Obviously, I have the answers for all that stuff already, right? We just got to get the state to pay their fair share of the mandated, the unfunded mandates and those kind of things. There's already money there. So, obviously, we have excise tax. Everything goes to the general fund and then it just disappears, right? This is the problem. It goes into the abyss of the unknown and then just pays everybody. But yet, we're not paying our electricians. We're not paying our electric bills. We're not paying, the people that need it. So, we're going to fix that. And I think once we fix that and we show the people, and this is why they're fighting so hard. This is why they're going to come after everything they have, right?
Sure.
OCPF, wicked, catastrophic. Not even exaggerating. So if that's the best you have is my OCPF reports not being filed on time, you are stretching. Good luck with that. But something like that, and that's only one building, right? But I would really like to see that building stay, the historic building that it is, and work with the veterans to utilize that building and generate income where they don't have to come to the city for a measly $10,000 a year and all that stuff. I would like to see it work for the city and the veterans, and help with the homeless veterans, put in the facilities we need, things like that. And I know they're moving into the building, the Tuscan building down on Globe over there. I don't particularly like that area, but if they like it, then I'm all for it. Well,
I know the building.
So, but if
I
the
know
building could be an event
is
center,
a good building.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I know there's a church in there. I don't know if the church is still in there, but
then if it's going to generate money for the city, that's what I want it to do. I don't want it to just be there and go to waste again.
Correct.
I don't want to put the money into it and then go to waste again.
Is that building owned by the city?
Yes.
The Tuscan building.
No.
By the city.
No,
I'm
not
saying,
the Tuscan building.
Not the Tuscan building.
No.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. Somebody got to. It's owned by the city. That's what I was trying to figure out.
There's a lot of buildings owned by the city. There's a lot of things owned by the city. That
Downtown
we can
dude. That EMS. I think that EMS is a great idea. That whole EMS setup, like us doing our own EMS for the city and generating revenue that way. I think that's a great thing.
It is, as long as we're not taking away from the citizens, because the generating the money part generates more money on MIH and all this stuff. There's a lot of issues with that, right? And we're on our third lawsuit with EMS too, so there's that. But
what would you do differently with it?
With EMS?
Yes.
With which part?
With its current process. I know we lease the building. We should probably own the building, right? And then of course, what about staffing, right? Because from what I understand, and I don't want to talk out of turn here, is that their staffing is not what it should be, right? They should be sourcing maybe some people that are better suited for these positions, right? Like they're promoting from inside, and maybe people are being promoted. Maybe more. I don't want to. I'll be very careful here. The people are being promoted and being put in positions that they might not be qualified for, and therefore there come the lawsuits.
Correct. That happens everywhere, and that seems to be a big issue with everything, right? We need to make sure that things are in place to make sure that we're putting the right people in place. We're putting leaders in place. We're not just putting friends and family in place or people in place because they meet a criteria or a DEI and all this other nonsense.
Right.
I don't think that she's not qualified. I think we had people qualified. I think we have some things going on, and we saw. There's factual information out there, and it's going to come out. And there's a lawsuit coming that they tried to wrongfully fire someone and made up some things and did all that. And we're still paying. Instead of firing these people, they let them retire, and they're paying them pensions now. Yeah. So we are paying for these people who did fireable offenses for the rest of their lives. I would like to get that money back and not pay them. I'd rather fight that lawsuit and not pay them for the rest of their lives if that's the thing. So those are the kind of things that we have, issues with. So. You're on your third lawsuit that we know of from EMS, so that's a problem.
Yeah.
Was that an alarm?
What is that?
Oh, I think that was him. He hung up.
Oh. But yeah, gotcha. Loco, to answer your question, I think an event center. I would like it more in the South Main Street area. I would like to have like that theater life back over there. I think that would be great downtown.
Like the Narrows, where like something.
When you go to New York, you go to Broadway, right? You see everybody dressed up, advertising their shows, right? Yes. I want that on South Main Street.
I want cool, man.
The girls coming out for Chicago and just handing out flyers to get people to come to the shows and do those things. You got to clean up your streets first, right? There's a process to it, but those are the kind of things you want, and bringing those kind of theaters to do that stuff, like those are ideas, right? That we can do all this stuff. We have it. I have the imagination to do it. I have the understanding how to do it. We have to get the buy-in from the people to do it, right? True. We have to get the buy-in from the city to do it, right? But I think it's very doable, and we can do it. Instead, they just want to sell everything that makes money and get rid of it, and they want to sell the waterfront and give it to their friends and get rid of it. Like that, we're too busy trying to sell off our city and get the quick money instead of thinking about longevity. I'm thinking long haul. I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking building. Look at it. He spent $180 million in free money on top of the tax money, and generated nothing. Didn't generate a dime for the city. Didn't build a single business that generates anything. He's done nothing. He has no common sense, no imagination, no ability.
I need clarity. So 79, he keeps talking about how they want to give it to the state. What am I not understanding about that?
No, they don't. No, the state owns it.
Okay.
Right. So the state owns it all.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. The state owns it, right?
Yeah.
The state and federal land somewhere, but I believe the state owns it all, right? We're trying to get 22 acres of it from the state.
Okay.
At a bargain.
This is
right?
where
at 50
people,
cents on the dollar.
People
right?
don't know this. This is what people need to know.
So this is what we're trying to do. But what they want, this is why he's running again, right? Because they haven't secured that yet. This has been the Fiola's plan forever. This is their retirement fund. So they want to get that land under contract, and they can do it within these 2 years. It's not going to be built in 2 years, right? That's going to take, like I said, it's going to take about a decade.
Well, she filed legislation, right? She filed something.
Well, she tried getting other people to sign on it because the conflict of interest. She even went to the attorneys out there like, oh, well, there's no conflict of interest. So then she signed it herself because nobody wanted to put their name on it. Everybody knows what she's doing. Everybody but WSAR people. That's the reality. Everybody knows what she's doing.
Well, they know. They just don't want to.
If she gets it to the RDA, who's... But it's run by Ken Fiola. I don't care what they say. They can, oh, he's just a consultant. Shut up. He's not just a consultant. You're talking about him being just a consultant, but yet that just consultant keeps making millions of dollars every year.
Well, they go to him for advice. He's consulting. Like, who else are you going to go to, right?
We'll send him.
Right.
So here's my issue. You have the state rep trying to get this property to her husband and the people they chose in the RDA. Who you gonna, if you had to work with people, who you going to choose, right?
Are we talking about the Fiolas?
Like, who you going to choose? Yeah.
He's been waiting all night.
Let's be real. Who you going to choose, right? So we choose the RDA to get this, and then guess that's run. Now he goes and says, oh, look, I got all these investors that want to buy it. Here's the Karams. Here's all your people, right? What are they going to do? What do they all know how to do? Market rate housing.
Dude, but if nobody knows,
there's no
nobody
imagination
knows.
there.
But if nobody knows, nobody knows.
We all know,
bro.
We all know. The only people that don't know are the people they keep it
are
from.
in the in game,
and that's fine. Listen, you want to make money?
That means.
Go make money. I think they're intelligent people, right? They've manipulated the whole state for years, right? They're very intelligent.
But is that intelligent or is that just?
It's intelligent. It's intelligent. Think about
it. Or are you just taking advantage of?
Do you know how hard it is to manipulate a whole population
who doesn't have information?
Well, that's exactly it. You manipulated the information for so long. That's intelligent.
Doesn't make you smart.
It takes intelligence to get that done. It takes intelligence. You work for WSAR. Now you're the state rep doing this.
I would
use WSAR to
I would love nothing more to have her sit in this fucking chair right over here.
No way. She wouldn't do it.
Him or her.
She wouldn't do
prove
it.
to me.
I think they would.
Prove to me that you're not. You're not the person I think you are.
They're narcissistic enough to do that.
You think they would?
I think so.
Bro, you have no idea.
I think so.
Well, you're the program director. Make it happen.
Listen, I think they're on a whole nother level.
They're untouchable.
They're untouchable.
Remember, you just had a city administrator come out and tell you can't fire these people. They have to get their retirements. They have to sign NDAs. They have to do all this stuff.
Jeez.
You just did it.
Dude.
They have to do it, and it doesn't
the
matter.
Fiolas, dude. Every move they make,
you have to get rid of them. You have to pay them
strategic.
because they're connected. Why is everybody so afraid of these people? Okay, they're gonna put you in jail. They're gonna set you up. They're gonna I hear all these crazy things. Why are we so afraid of them? If everybody just stands up, guess what? The table flips over. Everybody needs to stand together for once. Stop being afraid of people who do nothing to better your lives. Stop.
I didn't even know who they were, bro. I didn't even know until this. I didn't even know who they were.
Why is it that why is it that name always stands out more than any other state rep that we have?
Well, is it because we're here? Is it because it's
no? We have other state reps.
She's our but she's our rep. She's the rep.
She's not the only one.
Yeah, but she's the one.
No, we have others. But she's the one that matters.
She's the one.
She's the one that's made moves and exerted her power.
They're very intelligent. She's worked
and it's not just her. It's a package. It's a package deal. It's her.
David, say you're not suicidal. Just say
I'm not suicidal.
Okay.
So if anything were to happen to me, okay?
I am definitely not suicidal.
None of us are suicidal.
None of us.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, don't be stabbing me in the street, okay?
Not exaggerating.
What I'm saying is, at some point, I think some people are important, and she's important, and so is her husband. And I think they just fly under at the right. They just know how to work the system. They just fly under.
You know
the
what
radar.
sucks?
They're important, but we just don't know how important.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they want it. But you know what sucks?
Does that make sense?
They can do so much for the state and so much for the city because they have the ability and the knowledge to do it, and instead they take it for personal gain every time.
They're fallen.
That's the problem.
They're not for us.
That's the problem.
Let's just
if they were for us, we would be Newton.
Yeah,
we would be those places, right?
What do they ask us
If
what
they
we
would
want?
just focus that
They
attention
don't.
and take care
They
of us,
never do.
we would be so much better, but they just don't.
They
They just
don't.
don't. They got
They
their select
don't
few.
care.
They found a way to manipulate and get all of the money, and they're going to continue to do it. And why do you think this man wants to run again at 76 years? Why do you think that is?
I seen
Do you
it.
think he doesn't want to just retire and be done?
I seen it.
He can't.
Why, how old is
He
he?
can't.
How old is he?
I think he's 76. I think he's 76.
Mayor, who-
I
the
double
mayor,
check.
the mayor.
Yeah, I think he's 76 years old.
76. Well,
And he's already got a
if
he's got
we're
the
wrong,
pension.
if we're
He's
wrong,
already
we're
got
wrong.
the
I'm
additional
sorry.
pension for being mayor long enough. What else do you need? What else do you need? You need to lock up the deals that you promised, that you were promised for getting what you need, and that's what you're doing. There's nothing else. There's some things I want to accomplish. Like what?
Like what?
Like what? The
Like what's-
waterfront.
What's the big one?
The waterfront.
Yeah, yeah.
He wants
Well,
to
the
lock
waterfront
it
was
up.
in, the waterfront was in play for
The
many-
waterfront was in play long before. Yes,
long before
but-
him.
But the people that
It's taken that long,
But
by
the
the
people
way.
that need to make money off the waterfront,
Yes.
they're not locked in yet. And that's what we're trying to avoid.
so
you got
crazy.
one shot at this.
It's so
Fall
bizarre.
River has one shot at this.
It's
if
so
you
bizarre.
allow these people to get that waterfront, you will never recover. Ever. You'll never recover. You're going to get 6,000 market rated units all up and down that waterfront. Because that's where else they're going to put them. You're not going to get what you deserve in the city except a bill. You're going to be the next CSO project for the rest of your
What's
lives.
What's that new developer? The Russian kid.
Vitolia, I forget his name.
Yeah. Listen, if we butcher your name, we're sorry. It's just one of those names.
Yeah, it's
but
fine.
but we know you're.
But he went
he's
in
the main
there
developer.
as an emergency to get two more.
Do you
What?
understand?
What emergency?
Do you understand? He bought a piece of property.
Yep.
Well before, like we knew,
They all knew. They all knew.
Yeah.
Joe Camara knew.
We knew 79 was going to be
Malcolm
something.
Knew.
We just
all
didn't
these
know
people
when.
knew. All these people knew this was
And
coming.
yeah,
I didn't think they all put
100%.
themselves in place to do
100%,
it.
100%.
They all know.
Because all of a sudden now you're positioned in the
course,
most
they all
the
know.
best position possible. You buy a piece of land that's going to be gold, and now you propose this fucking thing. I don't know how many apartments there are. Who is going to
160, I think.
160 apartments?
Yeah.
Who's gonna fill? You tell me these apartments are gonna be filled. How long? Is it gonna be like the waterfront? Like what is the you know where Barrett's is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a lease? Is that what it is? It's all gonna be leases,
Yeah.
right?
It'll still be cheaper.
That's a lease building under a TIF, by the way. And by the way, the property value went down, so the taxes went down while everybody else's went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go look at those buildings.
Yeah.
Go look at who owns look at
my
who
mind.
owns the building. Look at the TIF and look at the tax value, how it was up here, and then as soon as that goes down, it drops by millions. And then look who owns it, and look at the timeline that it happened under. Who's in office? How does your building that makes money like that go down in value, but my property tripled in value? How is that a thing?
There was a building there that got
Shenanigans, bro.
knocked down.
Shenanigans.
That building was there for so long, right? We've known in '79. It's moves like that make me think.
Yeah, right.
don't think-
Right,
we know.
right, shenanigans,
Yes,
right?
yes,
like you knew something before
Yes.
before
They
you
all
knew it was
know.
gonna be something.
Yeah.
You are not in
Yeah.
the know.
Like,
They know.
I didn't
Yeah.
even have a chance. Like I don't even
I
have.
didn't have a
I don't
chance
even have a
to
chance
make a
to get
bid.
in on this. Right,
No,
right,
nothing,
right.
nothing.
There's
But
no way.
that's why
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
fighting
right.
so
And I'm not
hard to
saying-
keep this man in.
And I'm
because
not
they can
saying
control
that guy,
him.
that Russian dude. I'm not saying he's part of anything. But what I'm saying is that at some point, anybody who's
He knew where to send a check to get that approved.
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, good for him.
Like
Good for him. Take advantage.
good for
Take
him.
advantage of the system
Good
that's
for
in
him.
place because if you vote for that system,
But it shows
you get what you deserve.
But it shows that it's uneven. We don't all.
the scale is very, very,
it's so lopsided.
very unbalanced.
It's so unbalanced. It's what could you do
That
for me?
scale will never
and
be
then if you can do this
calibrated.
for me, I will make sure this gets put through. It's almost like that's what it looks like, and it's a repeating thing. We see it all the time, right? It's on different levels. This is just on city level.
But this is why those people continue to vote for him. They know he's terrible for the city.
And I knew that he
They
bought
know
that piece of land way
Yeah, we
before
all
it
did.
got out there.
We called it out in
Like
the
I
beginning.
knew people who knew who he was, and it's like, okay, fine. I don't know if he's Russian. I don't know if he actually is from Russia. I know he's got a Russian name. I have no idea. But the idea is that if I'm buying a piece of property before it blows up, That's usually an indication that you had some
inside.
Just before
inside.
an election,
right?
You're
and
approving
it makes me
all these
question
things.
everything about this administration.
Think about everything that's getting approved right now before the election.
Correct.
Think about everything that's getting red tagged right now before the election.
Roads.
Everything is
All of a
being
sudden,
done
roads
right
being-
now, just before the election.
Bro, dude.
Why?
Listen, Boomer.
To get the short-term memory and look, he's doing all these
Boomer.
great things.
Walk
No, he's
outside our
not.
building, right?
he's not.
When you walk out, take a left.
Yeah.
When you take a left, that building has been tagged for years.
Yep.
It's the building. We're connected, but we're not connected. Right?
Yep.
We're connected, but it's not our building. Right.
Correct.
Right. As soon as you walk out, that building's been tagged. There was a door. I even posted something recently about that.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, it's cleaned up right before
election.
And it's like, it's the same shit that we keep seeing over.
But people
and
fall for it over and over again.
Mhm.
So if it works,
all of a sudden,
if it's not broken, don't fix it.
The road that fucked up my car, right? My van, my work van has been screwed up. I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
I've had to take it because all my ball joints get all messed up.
Of course.
I take the same road because that's my road. It's where I go home.
I live there.
Right? Bay Street.
Hey.
And all of a sudden now, right before election, the road is fixed.
Every cop car, every ambulance,
Ruined.
every fire truck.
I spent $3,000.
Every vehicle that we pay for this city drives over the same roads that you do and are getting beat up the same way. And that bill just gets processed, and we just keep paying
And we
taxes,
pay it,
dude.
and we pay it.
Nobody's asking.
Nobody's asking the question.
So Lou's mechanic shop, who fixes these cars, is loving it all the way to the bank. And I bet you he's got friends that give him the business. You see how it works, bro? That's so the banged up streets work out for everybody. Is that me or you? Oh, that's you. The banged up streets work out for these people, right? Because they're making money. Because they're making money.
Here.
Yeah, not here. Not
Listen,
here. Yeah.
I get it. I've been calling it out for years. Nelson's been calling it out for years. Colin's been calling it out for years. Even before he was on the school committee, that kid's been calling it out. We all call it out.
Yeah.
Nothing gets done because everybody that goes to vote votes for the same people. The new people that should be voting don't go out and vote. Whether you know how to vote or not, learn. We'll teach you. You need a class? Call me. Like, it's not hard. You fill in the bubble. You give them your name. They give you a sheet. You fill in the bubble who you want. You put it in the scanner. They watch you do it. You get your sticker and you move on. It's not hard. It's the easiest thing you'll ever do in life.
Right.
The fact that people can't even get up and go do it throughout a whole day of your life, take 13 seconds to walk to a door, maybe 2.5 minutes to get through what you need to get through to get it, and then another 10 seconds to fill it out and put it in a machine and leave. All things under 5 minutes. The whole thing's under 5 minutes of your life to make sure that nobody steals from you for the next 2 years of your life.
Right. And that your children have a future here. So your kids have a future
You
here.
can't complain about the school system. You can't complain about the roads. You can't complain about the crime. You can't complain about anything if you don't register and get up to vote. You have zero right to speak. It's a free country. It's my constitutional right. Great. But if you didn't vote for it and you didn't vote against it, you deserve exactly what you get. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but that's reality.
But it's the truth.
That's reality.
It's the
Exactly.
truth.
People need to wake up.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
You need
if
to
you
wake
are,
up.
every day, I hear about it all the time. I'm unhappy with the way the city's being run. Okay, what are you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
Are you gonna?
Are you even registered to vote?
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't vote because it's all the same people.
Dude, I
Well,
had
there's your
a
problem right
conversation
there.
with a bunch
I
of
get
people
all the
that
time.
I knew, and they debated me like, well, we vote on a federal level because it's important, but no, on a city.
It's crazy,
What the
right?
hell are you talking about?
If everybody that came out
What
and
are you
voted for
talking
Trump,
about?
just think about it. The last election, if everybody that came out and voted for Trump votes for the same change in this city,
There you go.
we will never have this corruption again. I promise you that.
There you go.
You will never see these people get elected again because we are going to go in there with the motivation to show the people. That's exactly it.
Yep.
We want to show you that it can be done better, more effectively, more efficiently, and done without the corruption and the bullshit. That's what we're here to show you.
I agree.
If you don't want me in there, just tell me. I will gladly go home and go coach my kids' baseball team.
Just
I
show
love
up.
doing
Hey,
that.
Show up to the booth.
I'm game.
Right.
But if you don't show up, you just told me exactly what it is. If you show up, I'm going to show you exactly what I can do. If you don't show up, please don't call me with the nonsense that, that you're not happy and you should have did this and I wish I did this and I'm sorry I didn't do this. I don't want to hear it. There are zero excuses. You've had months to register, years to register. you are registered. You're on there. All you got to do is go in there and just revalidate it, right? Send in a census, whatever it may be. Call the elections office. It's not hard. So go online. You're on your phone 24/7.
The message
Go
today.
and vote.
Go register.
Your future relies on you, not me,
Yeah, go
not
vote.
Coogan. Your future relies on you because if you don't vote, you get what you deserve. That's it.
All right. Well, listen, we're 4 hours into this thing, so I'd like to give Boomer the opportunity to close this out and walk us out here. Unless you got something to add before I go to Boomer.
Nope. It's all on Boomer.
Because, I mean, at this point, dude, we got to get some rest. You know what I mean? I think people are falling asleep watching it.
I'm going to pick my daughter up from the wedding, so
all right,
we're
well.
good. My life doesn't.
Who got married?
One of our friends. I don't know.
Nice.
But
Hey, 42 people
but she
still
did the
watching.
right thing. She didn't
Yeah,
want.
no
She didn't
kidding.
want to drive. You know,
No.
she did the right thing. So I'm gonna go pick her up. It's only in the sun. It's not.
So, Boomer, around the corner, brother. We're here. This is the
like
stretch.
12 days or something like that. I
12
think.
days,
I
man.
think
So you have an opportunity to engage the audience. I think today, I want to say this, and not any credit to the show, but I think giving you an opportunity to have people call in and engage people this way, I think it's been a different format from what we've been doing on the social media end of it anyway.
Just trying
right?
to give everybody the opportunity to ask their questions because you see all the tough guys online, right? You see all the fake accounts online. You see all the accusations online. You see all the nonsense. I got people from like 30 years ago. I remember you from high school, and it's like I would never vote for somebody like you in high school. I wouldn't have voted for me either.
Right.
But yet I was.
Very
But you know
different
what? But you know what's funny?
person from
I was the freshman class president in high school. That's the best part.
That's so funny.
1,100 other people voted for me. So there's that.
Right.
But no, seriously, like I don't even remember. I'm like, honestly, I don't even know who you're talking about. Like, that's a you thing. If you're still hooking up on 25 years ago,
right.
good for you, man. Like, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry I've affected your life.
Yeah, and
but
clearly you're disconnected
I am not
you're
that
not paying
person.
attention
That's
to
what I'm
what's
saying.
going
Like,
on.
I
right?
am not that person
Right.
anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's up to you. It's really up to all of you. It's up to everyone out there to do your civic duty, do your due diligence, and make sure that these people can't control your lives anymore. I've done, I don't even know, 20 interviews by now, 7, 8, 9 debates. I don't even know anymore. I got another debate tomorrow morning, and I'm still here.
Yeah.
This guy's out there trying to rewrite his cards so he can so he doesn't mess up anymore. He's trying to get the questions right. This guy's out there trying to get the answers in his little great big book of everything. I'm standing right here because I speak the truth. I don't need a great big book of everything. Everything that he said in the last debate was a lie. So when he shows up tomorrow with all those lies, we already have the answers. So they're not going to get him anywhere, right? He thinks they are. They're not. We've already exposed it, and we have the proof to do so. That's who he is. He lies and fearmongers to get that scare tactic vote, and it works every time. Stop being afraid of 76-year-old people who don't even raise kids in this city, never have, telling you how you need to raise your kids. Stop. They are so out of touch with the reality of what we need today, the digital world, the social media world. They have no idea what they're doing. This man's been mayor for 6 years. He's got his face on a billboard because people still don't know who he is as the mayor. If you were doing a great job as the mayor, do you think you have to get billboards with your face on it? I'm going to go with no. He does. He does because he needs the ignorant to vote for him. We've educated you. You're no longer ignorant in this aspect. Wake up. This man and his followers and his family and friends that are costing you tens of millions of dollars every time, lawsuits, sexual assaults, cover-ups, corruption, these people don't care about you. They are going to use you and take everything they can, and then they're going to leave with their millions of dollars, and you're stuck fronting the bill. I'm sorry it sounds mean. I'm sorry I sound arrogant, whatever you want to say. You know, people are like, your facial expressions. Listen, I say how I feel. I'm just like you. I'm tired of my money going to bullshit too.
Yeah.
I am not a politician. I'm not here to play politics. I'm going to go in, I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to get out of the way. But I'm going to show you that it can be done. So this way, when we all vote again and our kids are growing up here and we all have to live here, we don't make the same mistake by putting those kind of people back in. That's all it is. Wake up. Pay attention. We are not safe. You know you're not safe. Over the last 6 years, you are the most unsafe you've ever been. We all know that. You are the most uneducated we've ever been. And it's not your fault. It's the system in place because they're not trying to educate you. They don't want to educate you because smart people ask questions. Smart people can fight back. They don't want that. Educate yourselves. Get educated. Force them to educate your children, just like I do every day. Come with me. Call me. I'll go with you. We need to take our city back. We absolutely need to take our city back. If you want better education, teachers want the money in the classrooms where it belongs. I can't see a teachers union wanting to support such a mayor, right? I just can't. I'm baffled that the police department did, but I understand why they did, just like I would understand what the fire department did, right?
The consequences of not doing so.
Correct. And again, the personal positions and things like that. Like I understand that, right? I get it. However, that is that population. That is not the whole police department. That is that population. That is definitely not the whole fire department, right? I know people that are against them and voting for me regardless, but I understand the optics of things. EMS, why would you want to be there? The man just wants your enterprise fund and he wants the whole thing. I don't want the whole thing. Obviously, we got bills to pay in the city, and you're making money well on city time, using city equipment and everything else. I get that. So you're gonna have to. That money's gonna have to go somewhere. But you deserve to keep a piece of that for when you need it for your stuff specifically. So I'm all for that. So I'm going to work with the EMS and help them do that. I want to get the same thing going for the fire and police too, so the taxpayer doesn't always have to have the burden. No. We're gonna find a way, and I have ideas. I have options. We're gonna find a way to do that and start utilizing everybody to be a little bit self-sufficient. Work with me. Give me a chance. We've seen what this man can do. He's had 6 years, and all he's done is cost us more money, cost us more lives, everything. It cost us our kids' education. He's cost you. He's not brought a single thing positive to your life unless he's given you a job in City Hall. Because if he's giving you a job in City Hall or in the admin, then yeah, he's done that. Outside of that, vote November 4th. This is your chance. We got one. Because if they sell that waterfront, you're going to be complaining about it for the next 50 years.
Done.
I won't be here. That's on you.
Right.
So vote November 4th. I will be working with you. I will be fighting for you. My doors will be open in City Hall. We will have our own broadcasting once a week to keep you updated. There will be transparency. We will clean these streets. We're going to fight and do the right thing. We're going to hold people accountable in and out of City Hall. I look forward to your vote on November 4th.
David, what you got there, buddy? Is that an endorsement? Is that an endorsement?
Is that an endorsement?
That's an endorsement
no
from me.
No exaggeration. No exaggeration. All right, I'll take it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because everybody else is afraid to do that.
No, listen, it's not based on what you just said. It's not based on what you said. It's based on. It is a little bit based on what you just said, but it's also based on what's happening now versus what I think we could be. Yeah, I'm seeing for 6 years the same thing, right? We get the same bullshit over and over and over again.
He's not out here talking.
It's a lot of promises, none of it gets delivered. And listen, you can show up to a lot of events. You can be there for the veterans.
Off cameras as
and
much
I understand that, and I get that. It's all part of the whole thing. But at the end of the day, I always say one thing: if my pockets are light, right, you can blame yourself. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to look at the people who own the property. You have families who can't afford rent, all these things, all these people who have had a hard time paying their bills.
Yeah.
And if you keep voting for the same thing over and over and over and over again, you keep getting the same thing over and over and over again. So for me, it only makes sense after 6 years, if you have nothing to prove, nothing to show on, but like, listen, hey, we've done X, Y, and Z. We've done this to make your life better.
Splash pads.
We've been talking about splash pads and water fees for fucking years now. Purple trash bags. Like, when are we going to get over that and be like, okay, listen, this is the nitty gritty? I can say, for me, I think it's time for a change. And for me, I'm voting for Boomer. So that's me.
Me too. I appreciate it.
You voting for yourself?
2 votes.
He can do that.
We got 2 new voters.
You can do that. You can do that. You can vote for yourself. But yeah, I like your ideas. I like the idea of, all right, listen, we need a change in the city. We do. Yep. We do.
I agree.
We can't keep having the status quo. It's always the same thing. Same people in power, different name, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's the same politics over and over.
You'll see who they throw and watch who they throw in next.
Just the actor.
Oh, dude,
it'll be the same supporters of his next because they need to get.
If you live in Massachusetts, you just understand it. It's been a blue state for a long time. I'm not saying that we need red. What I'm saying is we need something different than what we've always had.
I agree.
We need something. Unity.
There's a way to be, a Democrat or a Republican.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
This is city politics. That doesn't matter.
I could be a conservative and still vote Democrat.
Correct.
If your policies are in check.
Based off of general, like, shit if you're a human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it really just comes
it's not that hard. It's just about doing the right thing.
Being, you're gonna feel.
It's literally doing the right thing.
Yeah. If you guys aren't getting upset about people losing their EBT and things of that nature, when you know there's kids that need to fucking eat. Like, you know?
True.
My father was under disability my whole entire life because of mental health issues that were not, properly taken care of from the state and stuff like that, and that obviously had an effect on me growing up and things of that nature. So it's like, it's some people are lazy out there, but there's also just people that physically
they're victims of the system.
Help.
A system that
needs
doesn't
some
help them.
revamping, but it doesn't need a complete closeout. I agree.
Jody, you got a young point of view, brother. What are you thinking, brother?
All right, so my honest opinion, I'm gonna be real. This city's been shit. Yeah, boomer. Yeah. By the way, I also registered to vote. I registered as an independent, and I will be personally voting for Boomer this November.
Wow, look at this, man.
So,
Thank you.
You get the room, bro. Haley, how about you?
I've been registered to vote.
All right.
I voted in 2020 when I was a senior and stuff like that. Oh wait, what am I supposed to?
Yeah, just go to the microphone.
Whatever you want.
There you go.
Whatever you think.
Well, you were just saying.
So I'm only 24 years old, so what I may say might not have any relevance. And
actually has more relevance than you think.
Yeah, and I,
Your age group
personally
needs to
don't
get out
have
and vote
children,
more.
but in my eyes, I'm still kind of like a child myself, if that makes any sense, even though I'm 24 and all that. But, that's still pretty young, and I'm only 5 years out of high school, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing or anything that's going on. And I think that there's just a lot more that the city can be doing for young adults, especially in the schools and stuff like that. They kind of just like
preparing.
Like I felt like, I was just kind of like thrown out to the wolves after graduating high school. Like I've been living on my own since 20 years old. I've been navigating my own life since basically leaving high school, and I don't know what I am doing, but I'm still doing what I'm doing, you know?
You figure it out.
Yeah, so it's just, I feel like there just needs to be a little bit more things in the
Haley,
city.
can I say something? If you want to go to the moon, you got to hang out with astronauts, and that's what you're doing here tonight. You're hanging out with astronauts. So you're doing the right things. That's exactly. Involving yourself in what matters.
Not me. I'm unqualified, but everybody
I expect you here every week
definitely not qualified.
in that chair
There you go.
doing your thing.
Paul said I'm not qualified, and I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just born and raised in Fall River. I have a father who like suffered addiction and stuff like that when I was growing up. So it's like I get all sides of these struggles in Fall River. And right now, currently in my life, I'm kind of in a housing crisis myself at 24. Not everybody my age has like parents or family or somebody like that might be, capable of opening doors to you. So, I'm kind of like in the place where I'm like stuck, and I'm trying to like navigate stuff and utilize whatever like resources I can. But right now with the stuff that's going on in the world, it's kind of hard to utilize those resources if there's certain things that people can't agree on.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. Well, I guess it's me, right? This is pretty much it. Like, dude, this is unbelievable. Like, to even be in this room with you guys, you know what I mean? Like, and honestly, guys, I was out of the country for a little bit, so a lot of processing for me. There was a lot of things that happened. And it's funny. I had a little outburst today on the live cast, and
emotional.
Well,
I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
Emotional.
I think it finally hit him all at once.
Well, because that's exactly what it was, and
you've met with all of us for the most part.
And there it is.
You've got to talk to everybody. You got to see the reality. So you have an inside view. You know what I mean? And you've talked to us offline, and you know what I mean. Like you've talked to all of them. We know.
Yes, and so in case if you didn't catch it this morning, I'll just repeat it. And then that was of everyone that I interviewed. It's very clear to see what people's motives are and what people really want. You know what? I tell people, if you really listen to the show and you really listen to what people say, they tell you everything.
Yeah.
And of all the people I interviewed, brother, Boomer, you were the most upfront and honest. Like, you were forthcoming. You didn't hide anything. I was so impressed with the fact you came in the room, you're like, dude, I'm an open book. Ask me whatever you want. And so right from the get-go, I had a really good feeling about that.
Yeah.
With that said, over time, speaking to people, you tend to see more about what they really are. You see, we went to church together, bro. Like, so you see people in their situations with their families, and you see who they really, really are. And to me, it's pretty obvious, bro, that, if I had to pick someone that I want representing me in the city, that you're that person, bro. It wasn't a matter of me just being like, oh, he's the easy pick. Like, it was me sitting back going, someone who knows nothing about this, right? And came into this not knowing anything about the candidates, the people involved, and saying, let me sit down, have a candid conversation with these people, and really see what they're all about. That was my intent.
And you did your research.
Bro, my intent, Boomer, was to provide that to the people, to my fans, not realizing that I would be the benefactor of all that. Like, I am sole benefactor of this. And to be able to sit here with all of you in this room right now and realizing that this is something that was just an idea once. And the fact that the people here that joined us today, that called in, that participated in the live cast, this is an element of something that we can all do if you just apply yourself and you care about the things around you. Yep. And that's why we're in this room today, is because we all genuinely care about what happens to the people around us. You're my friend, Boomer. And I want people to know that, dude. And I genuinely care about you, and I care about your family. And I would be honored, bro, if you would represent me and my family in this city. And I know I speak for a lot of people when I say that. And this is no bullshit, bro. It's out there. I appreciate you, bro, and I appreciate everything you're doing and the sacrifices that you're making and putting yourself out there and never backing down. Because others came up, bro, and as soon as it got hot and heavy, they hit the bricks. They left. You did not do that, sir.
No, it's not
you have been here, and again, I keep saying you check all the boxes, bro. And so I'm here for you for the long haul, brother. And above all, everything else, bro, you're my friend. But I want you to know that I'm here to support you with anything you need in this journey. All right,
That's
bro?
That's good, because on November 5th, I might need a job.
I'm
kidding. I love my job.
Is that an endorsement?
That is an endorsement. It is an endorsement. Yes, it is. Bobby Couto for Boomer Amaral. Absolutely, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you for being a part of all this.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Guys, listen. Without you guys,
these shows are always supposed to be an hour, and they never are.
They never are.
Our team.
Yeah.
Right, seriously.
My girl did a great job.
Yeah. It's amazing, dude. And thank you to everybody. Thank you to the audience. Thank you for all the fans. Be there. Please like, follow, and subscribe to the show. You know it matters. It's so very, very important. We've got some sponsorships that are working around us right now, and so we're kind of sculpting that all out.
We're kind of revamping things. Like,
there's
going to be some changes coming. So going forward, you might see a little bit of a different platform. I think I think it's good for the city.
Yeah,
it's good for the
Melissa,
people.
we hear you, so we're going to change the show completely, Melissa.
Anytime,
just for you.
Anytime you want to call in Melissa, we're here for you.
Now you know all those favoritism comments are coming, right?
There it is.
Mind you, they don't even know that we never even met.
No clue.
Everybody thinks like we know each other. Like
exactly.
we never met you a day in your life.
Dude.
Until
you came at. Listen,
I knew nothing.
First time I ever met him, he walked in. I was already sitting down.
Yes.
He walked in. And he's like, "Is there anything we can't talk about? Whatever you want."
Day one.
And that was
day
it.
one.
Day one.
Ask me anything you want.
Yeah.
But people will always assume.
Bro, we have it's an absolute organic relationship, bro. Like, I met you and the growth of our friendship, it just happened completely organically. And again, I didn't know you. So this is, to me, I know the guy who's sitting right across from me right now, bro.
And you can see for a fact the people that don't like me, it's from decades ago.
Yeah.
It's stuff that they
they have an agenda.
It's people, they have an agenda, or they don't even know who I am anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you did 25 years ago.
Boomer, good luck to you, bro. Congratulations.
Good luck.
I'm already going to say it already.
We got you, buddy.
All right. Awesome. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody like, follow, and subscribe to the show. And we appreciate you. And remember, always remember that all roads lead here.